What's up, guys? This is OctoHut. I'm Ty.
Tarek.
And I'm Chris.
We're a brand new channel starting up really late. What we do is
everything.
Everything entertainment-wise.
Not singing, not rapping yet, but
yeah,
we'll get
like
to
movies, TV shows, mainly video games. But we'll kind of see where it takes us.
Yeah, but all right, let's jump into it. What? Dragon Ball Super, Broly, trailer number 2.
Yeah, we just saw the trailer for the new Broly movie for Super. Ty, your opinion?
I didn't think it was bad. The first one was definitely more hype. It was as the first one I saw, I was like, yeah, I want to see this. This one is kind of just shows like Frieza just destroying the planet, and then okay, they're all gonna end up meeting together, but that's nothing we didn't know before if you watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's true. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, the first trailer was obviously a lot better. The second one, I'd say, I guess it was trying to build more of the story of what it's going to be, but it seems very similar to like the first time you meet Broly.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
And it's everything we've seen with, I might be saying the name wrong, but Bardock, the movie.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, and they showed them being shipped off as little kids, recognizing their parents, but in the movie, in the show, they showed them as babies, like they didn't know what was going on, they didn't remember nothing, but these are like they're trying to change up the story almost a little bit.
I'm so happy you brought that up, because that's exactly why I don't like this trailer, is because it pretty much just retcons everything that we know, how we grew up with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's what actually sad.
He landed on Earth as a baby, completely nude, knocked his head on like the rock, like Grandpa Gohan was holding him, knocked the head.
Yeah.
Got all his memories erased, but now it seems like he has a life outside of it. Like, you see his mom, which is now like canon, because this movie is technically canon now. So Broly's canon, Bardock's canon, Goku's mom is canon. Vegeta being the same age as Goku is now canon, which wasn't the case back in the Bardock movie. In the Bardock movie, he was at least like maybe like 4 or 5, like fighting Cybermen with Nappa, and like just hanging out.
Well, it's, I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to keep both, because they said in the trailer, they said there's Saiyans who grew up around the same age or born around the same age.
Yeah.
You know? So give or take 4 or 5 years or however long it is, you can consider that around the same time maybe.
Yeah.
So, and even if you looked at it when you were showing the trailer, they showed Goku, and Goku was like a little baby, and Vegeta looked, I don't want to say a bit bigger.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just because Vegeta's a big baby or whatever, but like...
I mean, he is technically in the show.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah. But honestly, for me right now, I'm not really too hyped anymore. I was before. This just seems like, Akira Toriyama is just putting everything as much as he can, because the Dragon Ball is pretty much done at this point. I don't think we're doing another Super.
Yeah, well, again, this is supposed to be after Super, and then we'll see what happens with this, because, like, what more can they do, you know? I feel feeling it's kind of like that Naruto thing. It gets to a certain point where like it was at its hype, and now you just try and keep it going, and you try and keep it going as long as you can, kind of
milking it.
Yeah, you milk it as long as you can, and you're like, oh, maybe we'll just release another one, right? Dragon Ball Z was perfect. Well, I wouldn't want to say perfect, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, just keep the train running, Dragon Ball Super, and it's like, okay, Goku's reached all new heights now. Like, what more? How much higher can he reach now, right? He's done Ultra Instinct. He's mastered Ultra Instinct, which
he lost.
Yeah. Right.
Spoilers, anyway.
All right.
By the way,
he has like the power stronger than a god. He is strong as one of the angels. So like, what more can he do? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's the other thing that like gets me kind of riled up, is like whenever they start a fight. Like, I get Goku, but like Vegeta.
Yeah.
Vegeta's very prideful and he wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
But Goku likes to toy and like, oh, I want to like, work my way up kind of thing. So I get that. That's why he starts like not even in Super Saiyan. And then he goes Super Saiyan 1 and then 2 and then he goes Super Saiyan Blue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, why does Vegeta do that? If you have Super Saiyan Blue and you've mastered it, where it's not even, like, an effort anymore, why would you start off
fighting normal?
Fighting normal. Oh, or fighting in Super Saiyan
it's your
1.
pride. Because by showing that, I have to go Super Saiyan Blue, I have to go Super Saiyan to beat you, it's saying, like, he's trying to say, I don't even need to go Super Saiyan. I don't need to even try to beat you. And then all of a sudden, when it's like the person starts to put up some sort of fight, he's like, oh, you want me to try now? And he goes off and he goes Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. And
I can't remember, but did Broly and Vegeta ever fight? Or was it just Goku?
No, they all fought.
Yeah, they all fought in the movies. Yeah,
Gohan.
That's the thing. Like every time he's been in a movie, it's like okay, he was beaten by Goku in Super Saiyan 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's like then he comes back, and then it's a different it's the fusion one.
Yeah,
and he's even stronger because now they're like Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah,
and he's like stomping them, and then they finally beat him. It's like every time he comes back, they're like, well, they're so much more powerful. We have to make him more powerful, even though there's no, like, he doesn't need to be. Yeah. There's no explanation of why.
And that's the problem with animes in general, because they always make a new character villain that's so overpowered, and you're like, how are the characters going to, like, overcome this obstacle? And then it's like, a brand new power-up happened. Like, Super Saiyan Blue, to me, was horrible. I did not like it at first. I liked Super Saiyan God with the red hair. That was cool. That was a cool concept. They had to hold hands, transfer all the energy into one person and he becomes a god. That was cool. If he attained just red and then maybe get blue later on, okay, cool. But Super started with just, here's the original movies in the fucking show. Now here's blue. Oh, Vegeta can do it too.
Yeah, it's because he's been able to... Like, their reasoning is, like, I don't know, because I feel, like, for Goku to go Super Saiyan God, it was, like, it took 5 of them, and then, we'll say, because of Whis' training, that now they're able to attain that without even needing 5 bodies.
And that also explains why that other kid from another dimension where they don't go Super Saiyan was easier, because when you're getting taught by someone that's done it, it's a lot easier than trying to figure it out yourself. Right?
And apparently those guys, they were
pure of heart or something.
Yeah, they were pure hearted. I was reading something and they said that it's easier for them to go Super Saiyan. Like, they're not limited to like, for them to reach Super Saiyan, it's easier rather than Goku and Vegeta, where they had to go through trials and tribulations and planets and friends being killed. These guys just like tingle in my back. Oh, Super Saiyan! Congratulations.
But do you guys like that? Like, for me, I didn't really like that. I like the fact that they had to train. Like, Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 was probably the most amazing thing, because...
I think there were just, like, so many people said how dragged out it was. And I think they didn't want to do that. They wanted to be like, okay, this is the new one. We've listened to the feedback. We're not going to make it dragged out. Like, you see the fights. Like, when they start a fight, they usually finish it in that episode or the next one. They don't usually do, like, okay, we're going to do 10 episodes on this fight. Which
depending.
Sometimes is bad, sometimes is good, right? Like there's pros and cons to that, because some of them it's like you remember those fights, like the Cell saga, like those were like, oh my god, that was a whole season just on fighting him.
You even remember I actually recently watched Dragon Ball Z, and I was watching the Buu fight when
that was a long fight.
That was a long fight, and it was so cool to me, because the fact is Goku is losing. Like, he's doing so much, like, you think he's doing damage? Yeah, the entire time. He's just trying his best to hold up, while Kid Buu is just fucking around with him the whole time.
Yeah. Even when he was, like,
But those fights were so amazing to me, because, like...
first form.
Yeah.
Even in Super Saiyan 3.
But...
couldn't do anything.
That's the thing with Super Saiyans in general. I think they get way too cocky when they transform, because Goku in the Beerus movie... I remember, like, Goku turned Super Saiyan 3, because Beerus is like, go your strongest form. He's like, alright, fine, if you want it. The fight's not gonna last long, because I go to Super Saiyan 3, and he just got flicked. Like, Goku gets so cocky.
But that's the Saiyan pride. That's their pride, right?
Is that pride or just cockiness? Because Vegeta, he goes Super Saiyan, and he gets a little bit cocky too, but he's more maintained. Like,
yeah, well, but that's the thing, because Vegeta, to a certain extent, Vegeta has more on the line. He is the Prince of Saiyan. So like, if
I would actually say Vegeta gets less control, if anything, because he is like he almost becomes careless, because he's like so focused. Like, how many times he was the reason Cell became Perfect Cell.
That is true.
Because he's like, oh, you want to be more powerful? And he sometimes gets so blinded in fights because he's like, his pride's on the line. And especially if he's being beat or something like that, like, he will, like, zone out almost and go into, like, a different state of mind. When Goku will, like, see the bigger picture sometimes.
Yeah.
And even though he's toying, he usually comes up on top because he doesn't let his pride get in the way compared to Vegeta.
Yeah.
But just one thing, though, for Super, Goku's character, they completely made him, like, a dumbass. He wasn't the smartest character in Z, but in Super, he was just stupid. Like, I didn't understand why they changed him up that much. Like, he was saying things that made no sense. He doesn't know what kissing is. I was like, so you just fucking Chi-Chi not giving her no kisses? Like, what is this? Like, it was just weird to me, like, why they made him so childlike, I guess you could say.
Confused about, like, Vegeta, like, Bulma being pregnant.
Yeah, he didn't understand that. He's teleporting into her. He's teleporting into her bedroom when she's like half naked. He's like, "Oh, what's the big deal?" And Vegeta has to, like, kick him out and stuff. I'm just like,
I think they're trying to, like, do nods to, like, the Dragon Ball series because they had a lot of that kind of stuff back then, and it was with Goku and Bulma. But my concern with the whole thing is, I just don't like Broly. Like, I've never liked him. Like, he was cool introduction at the beginning, but, like, there's so many other cool characters that they've introduced that they could have made a movie about. Mm-hmm. Like, I would have loved a hit movie.
Yeah,
I think that would have been cool.
Okay. But that's the thing. So they're saying in the movie, there's going to be a bunch of characters that you've seen in Super that are going to make appearances in this.
Because I haven't finished Dragon Ball Super. I'm working my way through the last season. But I know that there's some, like, iconic characters that I've seen pictures of.
Yeah.
That I haven't been introduced to yet.
Honestly, though, that's the scary thing about it. Because I heard the same thing. There's going to be a bunch of characters, they said. And that's when it loses all attention to Broly. And it's just...
Oh, well, no, not
either that, or he's going to make those other characters look that much worse. Because it's going to be like, oh, he's the threat.
Yeah.
Well, these are the greatest people from all the other universes.
Yeah.
And Broly's just making them look bad just because they want him to be the star of the show all the time.
Because, if you look at it, when they did, even in the Tournament of Power in Super, when they had Kale was basically the female Broly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? And when she went Legendary Super Saiyan, everyone was like, holy shit, like...
Yeah, they're like, what is that?
How are we supposed to stop her? They didn't know how to stop her, right?
She's taking out people, like, left and right. No big
and
deal,
it was like she was destroying the whole entire, like, battlefield.
Yeah.
And, like, so if that's any sort of glimpse or towards what Broly's gonna be like, and Broly's supposed to be, what would you say? Like, Broly's supposed to be even bigger and better and badass than that, then, like...
Yeah.
So you can only imagine, right? So
True.
if Hit could barely control her, it'd be interesting to see if they do, like, Jiren, if Jiren comes back, and right? Because if Goku poses like a threat to Jiren, and now what are they gonna fight together, or is he gonna try and get Jiren? Jiren's like, yo, fuck you guys, like, I don't want to fight you, Goku. I don't want to fight Broly.
Part of me doesn't want to see Jiren ever again.
Who?
Why?
He was pretty much the Broly of Super, but times 10. Jiren was so overpowered that they had to do...
Who doesn't want to see him again?
I don't really want to see him. Don't really want to see him. If they're going to do the whole Jiren thing, maybe... See, this is my whole thing. With Dragon Ball Super, they could have done so much different things. They have so many universes that they said, okay, you're in the universe 7, there's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There's so many universes. Yeah. They could have done, like, adventures on each universe, taking on the big baddies there, like, kind of like GT, but I mean, not GT, like, better than GT.
It would have been cool if, like, instead of the Tournament of Power being like I'm only to the point where they're announcing that it's going to be a Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, oh god.
Yeah, I just finished, like, the prelim thing.
Oh,
they did.
You
got way. So I don't even know, like, the characters that you guys are mentioning.
Oh man.
But it would have been cool to be like, okay, they do, like, a thing, and it's like, okay, Universe 7, which is what they're in, goes to Universe 9, who's the home field. Mm-hmm. They have a fight. It's like, whoever wins moves on, because the other ones are already like, you guys are safe.
This
1 to 5 universe?
Yeah.
So those are safe. So it's basically like, or even like, okay, the ones that aren't safe face the ones that are safe. Winners of those move on.
Well, it all depends, right? And
the ones that lose get eliminated right there.
right?
Right.
But that's the thing, right?
But then it would be
with
quick.
I mean, you never know.
Because that's like saying okay, I'm going from my house to your house, and I'm just gonna fight you at your house, and then if I win, then I'm just gonna move on to Tarek's house, and we're all gonna fight there, and it's like I think the way Dragon Ball did it was smart. It's like you gather your best warriors, we'll gather our best warriors, we'll all have like a middle ground, and it's supposed to be indestructible, the strongest material in the universe, and just throw down there,
But see, this is the thing with that is what Chris was saying. It would make sense to do the whole going into different places.
Who's coming downstairs?
Or even like
That's my dad.
one-on-one stuff.
Well,
like
they did that
past
before,
tournament,
right? They did that in the you call it the prelims or like the
But I like the
showcase.
one-on-one stuff.
I liked it because it really captivated like new characters.
Yeah, because the Gohan fight was amazing.
Yeah,
Was it not?
that was
like,
cool.
He
had to overcome.
had to overcome. He was blind the whole time. He was doing his senses. Like, it was so sick. So I don't know.
I really like that, and
But like Chris was saying before, though, they should have went to different places, universes. Because in that way, they have like the home turf advantage, and everybody hates Universe 7 for their predicament.
Yeah,
right?
but then if you think about it that way, then it's like you're leaving only one team or one universe. It's up to them to destroy Universe 7, right?
But keep in mind this though, because in Super we already got like hit from the other tournament, right?
Yeah.
So we know about their world a little bit. So then we can have an episodes that don't have to do with Goku and all that team. We can just go to different universes with those people.
Yeah,
some
Because
backstory
they're trying to
some of
shove
the
it down
main-
our throats anyway. So
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's like then it becomes, to a certain extent, it's like who can cause the most destruction. Like at the end of the day, if all you want to do is I could just literally go to your universe. Okay, your universe has a bunch of planets. Okay, I'm just gonna destroy this one, destroy this one, destroy this one, destroy this one.
They would have to like draw
and
sticks.
then I'm gonna go to your place and I'm gonna fight you and kill everyone there except for you guys. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? Okay.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then, with saying that, then they could have done what you were saying, where they have a backstory of some of the main characters, right? Seeing their home world or like what they do before they came to the Tournament of Power. That would have been cool. Like even if though it's like filler and it's not going towards the main story, it would have been cool to see because then you get different environments, different this and that. Like I like the whole Dragon Ball series because you went to Namek and then you went to like I don't know. There's like
Did
then
we
you went to
go
heaven,
anywhere?
you went to like hell and like
Did we really go anywhere in Super?
like
It was mainly Earth, right?
You went Earth, and then
Earth.
you went to the future.
Yeah, but we
Future
did that.
Trunks,
Like that's the
right.
thing. Like the whole Future Arc 2 was just for fans. It was just for nostalgia's sake. Like seeing Trunks, I was like, okay, cool.
yeah.
And like the fact that I need help again. It's like, yo,
And then
bro.
you become stronger than
Yeah.
everyone, and it's like, I'll do it myself then.
Exactly.
It's like,
It's like I wish, if anything, they just gave us a Trunks arc, just Trunks, like him
Yeah.
training, him doing all those things, getting his team
Yeah,
ready, like
well,
training
you gotta think
people.
about it. In the future, there is no one.
yeah.
Right? So, who's you training
That
against
is
who?
true.
Like,
Yeah, that is true.
right? Train against himself?
Well, he does have like Bulma, because Bulma makes the machines for Vegeta to train him. Yeah, but she makes the machines for.
Who's she gonna do? Fight?
No, I mean like
fight.
she makes the machines for Vegeta though. Like he trains in zero
you see what
gravity and all
Vegeta
that
does to
shit.
it? Vegeta destroys them.
Yeah,
And
but
it's,
like
like,
he
nothing
has self
for him now.
control. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Right.
But Trunks is like a pussy, so it would work for a couple of years. Trunks could have been so like, what was he doing in the time of peace in Trunks' universe? Or did he even have peace? I totally forgot. I don't think he had peace. Did he?
I'm not sure.
Well, he said it was peace until Goku got sick and then died, and then that's
No, I
when
mean like
all
Goku
hell-
Black though. That arc.
Oh.
Did they have peace? Like he didn't have any.
No.
After the androids, it was pretty much
Yeah, because then they
Zamatsu came through, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, last thing, so we can get on to the next topic. Brawling movie, yes or no?
I'm gonna see it.
I'm gonna see it just because
You know the
love
English
Dragon
dub
Ball.
doesn't come out for a little bit longer, right?
I'm not done Super, so I can wait.
There you go. All right.
I'm going to theaters to see it.
It's coming in theaters.
Select theaters, yeah. So whenever
Oh,
it
so,
comes
like-
to, yeah.
But is it dubbed or is it?
Uh,
It'll probably be dubbed if it's going to select theaters. Yeah.
Because I saw
That'd be
what did I see? I saw Resurrection F in theaters, and that was dope.
Oh, you saw it in theaters?
Theaters, it was dope.
Actually, yeah, I might want to go see it in theaters now.
Whole minute.
Just to see like the community. Would
Yeah,
be
you
so
get
cool.
all the Dragon Ball fans, not people who are like, Who is that? Oh, you're watching Naruto again? No.
Yeah.
You're watching the anime? He's like, oh, kill yourself, please. All right, so who has another good topic right now?
Well, mine kind of ties in because we talked about Dragon Ball Super and we mentioned Naruto, and that's just a show that I'm kind of getting into now. It's a little late, but it was always a show I saw on TV, and I watched episodes here and there, but I never really got right into it. And now I'm seeing like there's hundreds of episodes. And
so what are you on now? Shippuden or just base?
Still on, like,
just base.
Naruto.
Just base?
I'm like, I'd say 20 episodes in.
Oh man,
Did you just start?
You're like, wait, oh man,
my God.
yeah, there's so much more.
You need to go on.
Well, I have a thing where like it. You sent me it shows that to watch the first 100 episodes. Basically, there's no filler.
Yeah, okay.
And then it like starts to get more. And then it like I saw a thing and it's like you watch that and then it shows like what movies to watch that's in order because I want to watch like everything. Just get
but
it
the
all.
movies aren't canon anyway.
No,
it's just like Dragon Ball. They're not canon.
I still like them.
I think the only canon movie is the Shippuden movie, which is called The Last, and it's pretty much like the last Shippuden movie kind of thing.
Yeah,
I just like watching them, just like the Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball Z movies. And the thing is, like, I like watching them in order because, like, the Dragon Ball, once you watch, and you're like, okay, I'm done the whole, or not even like if you're watching it through and you watch the Fusion movie, it's so weird, and then you see the fusion happen in the show. It's like it throws you off, or vice versa. When Fusion's so far ago and it's like irrelevant, then you watch the Fusion movie and you're like, oh, we're back to this.
The only fusion in the movies is Gogeta, and he's not canon. So this movie, the Broly movie, might make it canon now. So you might see Gogeta.
Wait,
Vegeto's the one from the show where they put the earrings on.
I'm talking about the fusion with Trunks and Goten.
Oh,
they had that movie and they're fighting Broly.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant like Gogeta.
Oh, no.
You don't... Okay, that one.
They had like 5 seconds of that in the
Have you seen the Janemba movie? The big fat one that turns into the one with the sword? The little demon thing? It's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and that's where Trunks got his sword.
No. That was a Hadouken, whatever.
Oh, okay. No, I remember that. Yeah.
You remember that
They're
one?
in like another dimension or
Yeah,
something
they're
like
in hell. They're in hell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That one is my favorite one, just because Janemba's one of my favorite villains. I wish they made him... If they should have made him canon. Fuck Raleigh. But yeah, so you're watching Naruto now?
That was my just little blurb. It's pretty good so far. It's a little dated, I will admit. Like, watching it now...
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
The first couple episodes of Naruto are rough. It's a lot of
believe it. I'm gonna be the greatest. Believe it.
Believe it. That's all he says. Believe it. It's so annoying. Like they'll say like every sentence like 5 in a row, like nonstop. Like he's like, believe it. I'm gonna be the greatest. Believe it. I'm gonna take him down. Believe it. And I'm like, oh my god, no, please stop.
I'm not really a fan of shows that have the character's name as the show title, like Naruto or like Inuyasha or something like that.
I'm pretty bad at remembering names, so it helps.
It
like
helps
the
you?
only person I know is Naruto right
Sasuke?
now. Sasuke, okay, yeah. Like if you mention it, I remember.
Oh,
and
man.
Sasuke's my favorite.
Sasuke,
I'm just gonna get a lot of hate.
Just wait till you get to like.
And then who's the sensei?
Kakashi. Kakashi's wicked.
He's cool.
Just wait till you see him battle. Kakashi's all wicked.
If a part of me wants to say screw the kids saga and just go into Shippuden, but
I need the story.
You need a nostalgia because when characters see each other from like years later, it's just like shit.
It's pretty cool. Like I'm really enjoying it. The combat's cool. Mm-hmm. The only problem is like I get it. It's a cartoon. It's not supposed to be realistic.
Anime.
But it's like it's almost like every time someone gets like caught, it's like, oh, I'm a block wood. Oh, it's like it's built for like a story. It's not like generic combat, like where it's like, oh, like
that's why
it's whatever they want, you know. Like it's like, oh, I didn't want him being caught at that moment, so I'm just gonna make him. Oh, he was a block of wood. He escaped. And it's like, like I get it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But it's like you can tell that the creators are like, I'm going to determine when he gets caught and when it's very played out. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like
how far are you? Like what was the last episode?
Yeah, what's the arc you're on? Right now?
I got to where they're on the bridge of the bridge builder, and he has the family, and they're like fighting.
So
and they did like the mirror thing.
Oh, so they're fighting. You saw
yeah.
Haku and Zabuza?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Which that was like confusing because I was like, the sensei, Kakashi, was like referring to the masked person as a guy.
Zabuza?
Yeah. See, I'm the worst.
Haku.
I'm the worst of things.
Yeah.
And then Naruto sees it and is like
he's like,
flirting because it's like just as a girl.
Yeah.
It's actually a guy.
And then it's like, I'm actually a boy. And I'm like, well, why are you dressing as a girl? Like, what?
That's Japanese culture.
I know, it's like, and then
I didn't mean that. It's not Japanese culture. I don't want to get killed. It's just
it's a lady boy.
No, it's like an anime thing. It seems like
it is.
They do a lot of very feminine things,
Yeah.
and like even the voice actors, like they'll get like Naruto's voiced by a girl.
Bart's voiced by a girl.
I know cartoons do a lot of that, like where they get like
because girls
to do
more kid like
boys, and boys will do girls sometimes. But yeah, that's like my little Naruto.
What about you, Ty? What have you been watching? Anime, man. TV, movie wise?
I'm in Naruto. I'm in Shippuden. I'm way deeper than this guy.
He doesn't even know what that is. He's probably like,
I'm in Shippuden.
I've seen it on.
I'm like
Netflix.
episode like 400 and something.
You're watching it dubbed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I couldn't wait for the dub, so I just watched it subbed.
Yeah. Well, that's what I did with Super. But like in Naruto,
how'd you do that with Super? The voices are like, it threw me off.
You get used to it after a while.
Because Goku, I know what you mean. You're gonna see
it made them seem that much wimpier because of the voice. Like I feel like Vegeta. Vegeta has such a powerful voice, and it's like you can't take that away.
In the dub or in the
the dub? Okay, that guy's voice is like unreal.
See, the thing with me,
and the thing is because you're used to that. So like if you ever watched Dragon Ball before and if you watched it like
I've always watched it dubbed.
If you watched it subbed before, then you'd be like, okay, these are their voices, and you hear English, and you're like, what the fuck is this? This doesn't sound like Goku, right?
Yeah.
But I've watched it since like Dragon Ball early days, so
you're used to that voice,
to it,
right? And now you're hearing it with with other voices, and it sounds.
I miss
really
Nimbus. Yeah, you're right though. Like,
same thing with My Hero. Like if you watch My Hero, if you watched it like dubbed.
Oh yeah,
I watch it subbed since day one. So I hear it dubbed, and I'm like, ugh.
Dubbed. I watched it dubbed, so I was like, oh, My Hero is fucking dope. You know, it's like I like these voices, and sometimes I'm watching it, I'm trying to stream it, and it's not working. So I go to my sub, and I'm hearing these voices, and I'm like,
it throws it off.
It's like, this guy sounds like a look. Nah, yeah.
All Might's pretty badass because he's got Vegeta's voice.
For My Hero in sub, I think it's really, really good. Like the passion that the Japanese people use for anime, the passion that they use in the voice for some characters is so good that the English people can't like do that. Like, have you seen anything of My Hero yet?
I finished the first 2 seasons. Like I crunched that in like a week.
So you watched it in dub, right? Obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, watch the first 2 episodes in subbed and just see the emotion in the voices, how they do it. Because like how Deku, how he's like crying, how he couldn't get any powers and stuff like that. That hit me hard in subbed. Then I watched it dubbed and it was just like, it's kind of like funny in a way.
He was so annoying with that. Every episode, that's like Naruto's has his I believe. This guy has his crying. Like that's like. Everything
he doesn't grow out of it too.
This guy.
But you gotta put it in his perspective. He's the only motherfucker with no powers.
I understand. Not necessarily. But he would cry about like other stuff. That's like you don't need to cry for that.
Plus he gets bullied on the daily. Like, come on.
So that's what I found about this. Like, so, in this, this isn't like someone else telling their story of how he became the greatest hero. This is his story. Telling him how he became the greatest hero, right? So it's like, you know, what he's reminiscing as a kid when he used to cry over fucking everything.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he was really weak and all stuff, and
he's like toughening up kind of thing.
And if you can see through like after season 1, like when he starts to get his powers, and then they have like the UA
University or
tournament. I really liked that. That was sweet.
That was right, and like, you know, he was like that. And now if you look into season 2, you finished season 2, right? Season 2 they have Stain.
Yeah.
So season 2 when they have Stain,
they had like the internship kind of thing when they would go.
And then you see him like somewhat maturing and stuff.
Yeah.
And like.
And he's like starting to gain control of his powers. He's not breaking his body every time. But he's only using 5%, so he's not like KOing these people. He's just doing like a hefty punch.
I'll admit one thing. I'm reading the book. I'm reading the manga.
Are you?
So, holy shit!
And it gets
fucking amazing. Like,
wait, you've read it?
No, I'm on season 3. I stopped after.
But even season 3 was in the manga when I read it. I was like, holy shit, I can't wait for these guys to get season 3. And then like my little cousin was like, yo, you watching My Hero? I'm like, yeah, I watch it. He's like, season 3 is so dope. I'm like, just wait, bro. Season 4, season 5. Oof, I can't wait.
Did the movie come out? Cause
I think it comes out soon.
It's supposed to come out soon.
Dub comes out. I think sub is out right now, but dub is coming out soon.
Because I want to watch that. That's like it's very reminiscent of like the olden day animes that I used to watch.
That's what it is. So it's like
you can see
they're passing off the batons, right? So it was like Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball passed off to Naruto, and Naruto passed it off. And some people want to say you can say One Piece or whatever, but it got passed off to My Hero.
One Piece is dope too.
I haven't watched it, but I heard there's like a lot of...
And it's fucking like...
One Piece will not stop for
One Piece is like 800 episodes deep.
And I watch it. And I love it. It's one of my favorites. I can't lie. Oh. I did skip a lot of like the boring shit. I had like a little, booklet of what to skip and stuff. I went on Google. But holy shit. I don't know how this guy comes up with like ideas for like...
Man.
The fruit and the power. It's just like My Hero. I don't know how he comes up with these ideas for like... abilities that always like the zombie guy, for instance, that when you respond to him you become like a zombie for 5 or 10 seconds or whatever.
If you reply to him
later on in the manga, holy shit, is he the most overpowered character in the show.
Well, they said that like in the tournament, they're like, this guy, his power is insane. It's not a very practical thing for their tests to get into that class. So like his power is one of the strongest in the school. It's just he went to B class because the test getting in is to fight robots, and he can't fight robots with that power.
Yeah.
But he can do a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why like in the tournament he went super far.
Yeah.
Because it uses
gets
power,
inside their head, literally.
I don't want to spoil anything, but just wait on this guy. I'm telling you, the shit he can do, like...
Now, what's like One Piece about? Because like I've seen it. A lot of people have talked.
Yeah,
that's
pirates. Yeah,
that's it.
No, that's not it. It's deep. It's a lot of shit to get into. Right now, are you guys ever gonna watch it? Because I'll just say some shit that happens.
No, I can just go off.
Okay, so One Piece starts with like this. The world. Everybody wants to go to the One Piece. One Piece is where this buried treasure is, kind of thing.
Okay.
But this really famous pirate died for it, and he said, "You can have my treasure, but you have to find it in the One Piece. It's really hard to get to this place." Like,
I thought One Piece was the character's name.
No,
like One Punch.
His name's Luffy.
His name is Monkey D. Luffy. They have weird names. But other than that, they're trying to get to the One Piece to get this fame and fortune to become the greatest pirates, right? So everybody's doing it. Even like pirates that were in retirement come out of retirement to go get this. It's just for like namesake. But so, and in this world, there's these fruits called devil fruits, and if you eat a devil fruit, you get the power. So some of them are like called the gum fruit. Which would you think would be gum? What would you think that would be?
Like gum.
For like a power, for like a superpower. What would that
gum, like stretchy.
There you go. So Luffy has rubber powers. He can like stretch his arm out really, really far and then throw it back. And then he can like wrap up people and then like toss them really far.
Okay.
And there's like the flame fruit, which is fire.
So this is like Fantastic Four anime stuff. At this point.
Not even.
You got Stretchy Man. You got flame.
It's like
then you got the
Jackie
rock
Chan,
fruit.
Man. It's like the Jackie Chan old like talismans when they have like old talismans and they
hold
hold them and they'll get the powers. Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah. I was just watching some of that. That one did not age well.
No, it did not.
That was...
You know what I always love about that show, though? It's like when the theme song, when he punches the big guy and he becomes like the real Jackie Chan, he's like, "Ooh, wow!" And then he goes back to cartoon. I always used to love that as a kid because I'm like, "Oh yeah, my head." But like One Piece is like about people trying to become the greatest pirates of all time.
Yeah.
There's devil fruits. There's some fruits that will just do weird shit like My Hero. Like there's a fruit that this really fat bitch ate and she became slim. And anything she touches is like... I forgot her power. Like, anything she touches gets like slimy or whatever. Some shit like that. There's another bitch that she ate something. Another devil fruit. And her power is like... She can make more limbs. So she can be like... Make like 50 arms. And then just slap you with all 50 of them.
I might have to check the show out.
It's actually really pretty good. And then there's one of my favorite characters, Zoro, is a swordsman. And every pirate has like, like a pirate ship, right? You're swordsman, you're number 1 captain, the 2, lieutenant and all that shit. So this guy Zoro, he doesn't do devil fruit. He hates pirates, but he joined Luffy's gang. And he has 3 swords, 1 in the teeth, and then 2 on this. And he's fucking badass. And they all learn more shit later on. Like they get older, and I love anime that do time skips. I love it. Any anime that has a time skip of some sort where the characters get older and better instead of just them training all the time. I like when they get older. Like Naruto Shippuden, for example. Love it. Love seeing Naruto come back and be like, hey, guess what? Rasengan, no problem. 2 Rasengan, no problem. Yeah. Like, it's cool.
Now, would you want to see My Hero do a time skip?
I would love to see a time skip.
They probably will.
I could see that. After like a few seasons?
Yeah, especially because he's talking about how he became the best
True.
hero, right?
And then it shows like nowadays, and then it's like this person's running this district, and like.
But what do you think? Why do you think he's telling? It seems like he's telling somebody this story, right?
He's probably giving a power.
That's what I was thinking. That's my exact same thing. I was thinking he's probably giving the power away to somebody else because
he's giving it to fucking. What's that other guy?
It couldn't be anybody now. It has to be somebody like this about to be born or something.
About to be born.
Like I mean, like when they get older, this kid would be born.
All for One stole his fucking hurt him like All Might, and now he's passing it off because he can't keep his form.
So okay, I did have one problem with My Hero.
Okay, what is it?
And that's
I'll tell you why you're wrong right now.
What?
Okay, his power is one for all.
Okay.
And
right.
All for One, yeah.
All for One gives powers away, or he can
takes and gives.
Yeah, he can keep them if he wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's got probably a ton of powers, and one for all is you pass it down. So if someone has a power and then they pass it down, that power gets passed on with it. So why is All Might's power and this kid's power like just super strength, super speed? Like, where's all the other power? Like, I thought he'd be like, oh, I can stretch my arm or do like these weird powers because he's combined all these powers over time.
Wait.
Like, I know some of them.
One for all is what All Might has. One for all, right?
Yeah, and I know All Might.
Is it All for One? I think
All for One is the villain.
Okay, All for One.
One for all is
no. One for all is the villain because it's him.
No, it's All for One.
Is it?
All of these powers for one person.
Okay.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I always thought it was one for all because he takes
Yeah.
the powers for himself and then he can give it to all anybody. Okay, well, whatever it is.
But like
you had to wait.
Like, I know All Might didn't
show.
have powers when he got it, and I know this kid doesn't have powers. But it's like there's been apparently countless other people that have had it, and he said they've had powers and it's been passed on. And when the power was initially given,
though. It's not established that they had powers. We don't know yet.
Well,
but I thought you guys don't know yet.
I thought All Might was like, oh, the original person was the brother.
Yeah. There's been more.
No, the original when it first came.
So like
One for all and All for One were brothers.
They split up, whatever, and they start
And the brother, All for One, was giving his brother powers, and he didn't realize that his brother could pass it on to someone else.
His power was to pass on. Yeah.
That was the initial. So it's like, where's all these powers? Like,
I want stockpiled.
I know, but I want to see the stockpile being used, not just like, oh, I can punch you, and I can use my like. He really only has super strength because super strength you can jump far. It's not like he can fly. He can run fast with super strength. Like, this is all powers with just super strength. That's really all he has.
Yeah.
So where's the stockpile of powers?
All I remember
all
is
for one.
Yeah, all I remember is like, so he gives the power to the little brother. Doesn't know the little brother has a power to give powers away too, a kind of thing, right? He does. Well, his wasn't it something like that, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't know that. He eventually uses the All for One power or whatever to fight his brother. Loses, obviously. Finds his predecessor, gives the power to her, and then just stockpiles. Yeah. But I don't know.
What was that girl's power? What was the girl? Do they?
I don't think they
in the manga?
They don't explain anything yet.
Okay, because I know in the TV show they talk about it, right? Right.
They're getting into it in the book right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything else because you had to wait because then you'll understand more shit.
But you see, like, where I'm coming at. Like,
I know you're coming.
If you're explaining that this stockpiles powers, every person that's had it that has a power, their power gets carried on. Where are they? You have super strength. That's it.
But that's the thing. It could just be that.
I guess kind of like semi-invulnerability or whatever, which he doesn't really have at this point. Like All Might, like
invincibility. You mean?
No, he means like
invulnerability.
Like a bullet shoots him and just bounce off.
Yeah, because All Might's like he can take a beating. Like, it's only other people with his kind of skill set can damage him.
I mean, it can always be explained later on.
Because I'm pretty sure he said that he's like he has invulnerability for the most part. Like, he's like Superman. Superman's considered invulnerable, but you can still hurt him if you have the same strength as him.
Can I say one thing though? All Might
is badass.
Is so sick, but he hasn't been going 100%.
Oh yeah.
But he's injured.
No, I mean like even when he wasn't injured, he was never going 100%.
Even though he studied it.
You'll see in the movie why. I think they'll explain it why. Because if he did one punch, it would cause like a global catastrophe, like disaster.
So it'd be like one punch.
I swear that's happened. I swear he punched
because
one time and then like he changed the weather.
Yeah. The first couple episodes he punched that slime guy and it started raining, right, or something like that. Yeah.
And it blew up like a whole city block kind of thing.
All Might says like if I jumped too hard, it will start like a tornado.
Well, yeah, because if you look at Deku, and he's first when he first is trying to enter UA, and he fights that giant robot.
Yeah.
Right. He jumps up and he fucking snaps both his legs right away. Yeah. First thing he does, I have no legs. Congratulations, guy.
Can you like?
I'm paralyzed from the waist down.
Can you imagine?
He just gets his powers and he's paralyzed now.
What's that lady that kisses you and you get fully healed? Can you imagine if she didn't have that? Because she's old too. So when she dies, I wonder what they're gonna do. I mean, they might not even do that in the show. They might just be like, "Fuck it."
They could probably just find like another healer.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Why not? Why don't they establish that from now? Like, because this lady's old as fuck, and
get an intern.
She'll just keep kissing herself.
Unless that's her power.
She likes it. She's like, I like.
All right, so we got what you're watching. Yeah, and we got what you're watching. I'll tell you what I'm watching.
Yeah, let's keep with shows, and then we'll move on to like movies.
Have you guys ever heard of a show called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? It's an anime.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it though.
No. I recommend it. It's really good. They just released season I guess 5, you would say, and I'm hyped as fuck because I don't really read the books for this one, but I think I might start. And the first episode came out yesterday. I watched it twice. It's good, and I'm gonna start reading the book.
What's it? Okay, well, what's it about?
It's hard to explain.
Okay.
This is what got me into this show is because so how it starts is there's a guy named Jonathan Joestar.
Okay.
And it starts like back in England, long time ago. Keep in mind this is an anime. In England, back a long time ago, his father adopts another guy named Dio Brando. And Dio Brando is like grew up on the streets. He used to like get beat by his dad and all that stuff. Like he's really, really just evil. Mm-hmm. And then like they go back and forth. Jonathan and Dio go back and forth like rivals. Like Dio at one point like grabs his girlfriend, like Jonathan's girlfriend, and then makes out of her. And she never kissed a guy before, and she's waiting for Jonathan to be the first one. And he's like, "Oh, really? Okay." And just grabbed her and just made out of her. And then Jonathan's like, "Oh, it's on now." And then later on, they get older. They get buff and everything, and then they start fighting. There's like a mask that you find out it has some vampire ties or whatever. Dio finds out, drops some blood, puts it on his face. He becomes like a vampire. And then it's just like an ongoing thing. It gets really bizarre, like the show's called Bizarre, right?
Yeah.
And then Jonathan obviously wins and all that shit. But then the coolest thing happens in the show. Later on, Jonathan dies, obviously, right? This is like 18 something. The show takes place like 18 something year, whatever, back in a long time ago. Later on, the show takes up after his grandson. So another Jonathan is born, Jonathan Joestar, number 2, and it begins the season 2, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 2. So now it's taking place for the grandson story. That does 2 seasons, and after that, he has a kid. Well, he has a daughter, and the daughter has a son, which is another like Jonathan thing. But they always keep the Joe in the names. So it's 2 Jonathans. The new one's Josuke, so Josuke, and then they find out that Dio is not dead yet. He's still alive. Blah blah blah. And they had to go on another adventure to go find him and kill him because he's making zombies, he's vampires, and these things called stands now are coming to be, which is like, you remember Shaman King?
Yeah.
You remember how they, yeah. It's kind of like that. Jeez. And these things have bizarre powers. Like this one, later on in Ancestry, later, the one I'm on right now, there's a guy that will punch you and you'll heal. So, like, say, like, you're bruised up to shit, right? He can just punch you and you're fully healed. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? But then you get, like, euphoria. You're like, wait, what happened? Like, how am I here? For, like, 5 seconds. Dio has a power where he can stop time for 10 seconds, and like it's time freezes, and he just go up to you, slap you up, punch you in the face, take your shirt off, and just do all that shit, and then he'll snap his finger, and then he'll like, whoa, what just fucking hit me in the back of the head, something like that. And then this one character, he has powers where he has zippers, and with these zippers, he just has to touch you anywhere, and with these zippers, he can put anything there. Like, one of the things that happens is he touches the guy's face, and then he leaves, and then like catches the guy in the lie, and he just like he opens up his hand because the guy's hand was like this kind of thing, and he opens up his like eyeball. He's like, "What the fuck? How'd that get there?" And then later on, he's like, was he like about to like cough? He coughs up like fingers. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like, "With my zippers, I can do anything I want." And this guy, he can open up a zipper, go into it, open up another one. He could be upstairs right now. And these are just really bizarre powers.
So it's like Portal.
It's kind of like portals, yeah.
That's weird. But it sounds like a pretty cool.
It's really cool. I love it. If you can get past the art style, because right now I love the art style. Before, it's like Dragon Ball Z. Because apparently the director, the author, was making fun of how every character has to be big and buff. So the first 2 seasons, the characters are buff as fuck. Even like the nerdy characters are like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And like they're buff. But then later on they get like skinny and scrawny, and like they're all about fashion and stuff. Because this one now takes place in Italy. So like they have like the nice shoes, the nice cool ass swag, hair done all nice and stuff. Honestly, I recommend it. And this is one of those things you can watch from beginning to end, like season 1, 2, 3, just to get the full on timeline. Mm-hmm. And it's so sick to me. Like I just love that whole ancestry thing because I love it. Like and now like you get people's traits from your family. Like I don't know. True, that's so interesting to me. But yeah.
All right. Well, that's
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Put that on your list. Yeah. If you can get like I said, if you can get past most of this shit, it's good. Also, Venom came out.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we wanting to start movies, or do we want to just finish off?
Well, we got any more? You have any other shows you're on, or because I'm done?
I got a couple more.
What else do you have? We can run through that because I just wanted to talk about that really.
Mine are just pretty quick. I'm watching Samurai Jack again. I didn't watch the new season. The 5th season's the new one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to rewatch it because it's been so long.
Isn't it such a good art style? I love that show.
Going back, honestly, like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, all of them, you go back to them, they are dated. This show, you go back, like I was like, wait, is this the new season? Like, it looks amazing. Like, it stood...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Samurai Jack is one of those shows that you can go back to it. The art style still looks good.
Yeah, it's a clean show. Yeah. And it's, like, there's not much dialogue, but that was its style. He was just badass. So cool. Didn't have to say much, and he would just do his thing,
When he talks, it's just, like, badass, too. Yeah. He's like, oh, and fucking, what's his name? Aku?
Yeah, Aku.
Yeah.
Is that the big the dragon, right?
Villain, yeah.
I love that guy. His voice is so...
And he's so, like...
Samurai Jack!
He was, like, intimidating, but he was also funny. Like, he takes over the future, and he's selling, like, pop and candy bars and stuff like that. Like, he takes it over, like, corporate-wise.
You're gonna love the new season, then.
Yeah, I'm, like, so hyped. Like, I'm not even finished watching through the first season, and I'm already like so jacked about it.
Is it on Netflix or where are you watching it?
I'm watching it on like a streaming site. But yeah, so that's
expose this guy. We got him. We got him both.
Support the companies.
So that was that one. The other one is I just watched Dragon Prince.
What is that?
That is Netflix's new cartoon show.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of people comparing it, saying like, oh, it has the potential to be the new Avatar. Last Airbender.
Is that 1%?
That's
13.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go get the charger.
Yeah.
It's basically it's like the fantasy world. Like it had humans, it had elves, and it has dragons. Okay. So I'm already like captivated in that because I like the fantasy kind of stuff. Okay. And it's basically humans learn dark magic.
Oh, is what called Dragon Tales?
I'm sorry, what?
What'd you call it?
Dragon Tales is like the little kid show where they go into the world.
Oh, you're talking Fairy Tale. Oh, it's Fairy Tale.
No, it's Dragon Prince.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, there's a bunch of shows that I've watched that's kind of like that. That's Dragon Tales. Jesus.
So, humans, they use dark magic, but the way they use dark magic is they have to consume magic.
What is
to
it,
use
Harry Potter?
It's Full Metal Alchemist.
It's kind of like
Full Metal, yeah.
No, it's not really.
no.
Oh.
Well, Full Metal's sick. And keep going.
So like elves are considered magical. So if they wanted to and they're evil, they would use the dark magic and they would consume the elf itself, its essence, and then they would get that power and they would use it until it ran out.
Right.
But the elf's dead. Right? So because their land is all magical, they were just consuming magic and they were out of control. So the elves and the dragons banded together, kicked them out. They went to this part of the world and it split. So they had a giant wall and they had a giant storm dragon, the king of all dragons, guarding it. And the humans would try and like come over, and the dragon and the elves and stuff like that would kind of stop them.
What is this, the Dragon Prince you're talking about?
The Dragon Prince, yeah. It's on Netflix. It's
a
9
cartoon?
episodes,
Okay.
20 seasons.
What?
Sorry. 20-minute episodes. 1 season. They just
Did the show just come out?
they dropped 20 seasons all at once. 1 episode each though. No, 20-minute episodes.
That's like
But there's
Attack on
20
Titan.
seasons.
Attack on Titan has like 15 episodes. You're like, get ready for season 2 in 3 years. You're like, what the fuck? I didn't want to watch it anymore.
No, sorry. 1 season, 20 minutes per episode, 9 episodes.
That's
And
not bad, yeah.
apparently the humans, they managed to kill the king of the dragons, and they lay 1 egg per like whatever, and it takes a long time for it to hatch. So it's super valuable. And it's the dragon prince. It's the prince of the king of dragons.
Yeah.
Is it an actual dragon?
Yeah, like a full-fledged like
Oh, I thought it was going to be a person.
giant
I was like,
ass
some-
dragon.
Okay.
No, like, yeah, they're dragons. And the elves and the dragons think that the humans destroy the egg.
Yeah.
And the humans think it too. So we don't, like, you don't know what happens to the egg, but I guess because it's called the Dragon Prince, you'll see what, like, becomes of it.
That's interesting.
But this is all the intro. Like, this is no spoiler. I'm not spoiling the show.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show. I got right into it. It's a different art style. It's very like I don't know if you guys remember Skyhawks cartoon.
Oh, it's like that
It's
style.
that kind
eh?
of art style.
Okay.
But
Okay.
a
I'm not
little
into that,
different.
yeah.
But it has kiddish humor here and there. But it's a cool story and it's got some good action. And I liked it. It's very clean.
Yeah.
It's got cool creatures in it.
Okay, I see.
And
It's
it's very,
Netflix, right?
It's Netflix.
I don't have Netflix anymore, though.
Shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can watch it on a streaming site. So that was my quick blurb of that. And then the last one is like kind of breaking news-ish. I put this topic down as the future of Star Wars because
Oh, no.
yeah, I don't know how big you guys are into Star Wars, but I love Star Wars.
Aren't you sad?
But I hated the 8th movie. I
love the
felt the
8th one?
8th installment was
Which one? The one?
the worst. The Last Jedi.
Oh.
That was horrible.
Hey, I'm a fan of Star Wars. How dare you mock that movie?
You like that one?
No.
Okay.
I'm not
Like-
even a fan of it. And I was like, this is trash.
Number
What the hell?
7 wasn't bad. Like, I was like, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a new age. They're doing their own stuff. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But 8 was like almost
What didn't you like about it?
Okay.
Let's start there.
the fact that Rey and Luke Skywalker was like horrible stuff. Like, it was just like so. It was almost a filler movie. That's what it felt like. Like, it was a filler movie. Like, what is she doing? She's there. He doesn't want to train her. Then he's like, you know what? I'll train you. Whatever. It's fine. And then he's like, it's just like all over the place. Like, it's like they didn't have. And then she's like, I can never trust you, Kylo. And then she's like, okay, I trust you. Oh, I fell into your trap because I trusted you. Even though, like it's like, what are you doing? And then Snoke, they build him up. He's this badass villain. He's taking over the Emperor. And then he's distracted and he dies. Like, what do you, like, it was...
Oh, it's because
bothering me.
so
I
the thing
agree.
for Snoke apparently was never really had the Force. He was Force sensitive, and he had a ring on or whatever, which made him more Force sensitive. But to a certain extent, that it makes sense too. Like, and like it's kind of dumb like how he dies. It's like
Especially because he's in their minds and he can read their minds, so he knows their intention.
Oh,
Like, you should have been able.
I don't feel you moving your lightsaber. Oh, you're just thinking about moving your. Oh no, I don't feel that. It's okay. Just
But you got to put it this way: cartoons and TV shows in general always pull that shit anyway.
Well, no, this is the movie.
I'm reading your mind.
This is like
I didn't read that one part.
Yeah, this is the actual movie.
It's like
I know, but I'm just saying, like
honestly, it's kind of sad when Clone Wars the cartoon, I would watch over any of the movies. Like
any of the current ones, or or all movies all the Star Wars movies in general.
I liked Rogue One.
Like, okay, Rogue One I thought was fantastic.
Okay.
Like, out of the new ones, I haven't seen Solo.
Me neither.
It's on my list. I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
because I heard it's way better than people expected. Like, they were going in like, oh my god.
I only want to watch it for Childish Gambino.
Wow.
Donald Glover. This is America.
I don't want to say a spoiler because I know something that happens in it.
Well, he can't die because it's fucking Lando Calrissian.
An appearance that makes it in there, which I'm so glad.
I already know about that. That's been spoiled for me from day one already.
Okay, so
I don't know if Ty knows about it.
You can tell me.
I don't know if we should say it. Well, I guess
he probably doesn't really care.
It's been out for a while. So
if you haven't seen it yet, you guys are fucking idiots.
Darth Maul,
like me.
Darth Maul makes an appearance.
Okay.
So now he's what?
I guess
canon
he was
again.
I guess he was canon because they consider the Clone Wars and Rebels canon, and he was in both of those. Like, he survived being cut in half.
Yeah, I saw he has like the robot.
Then he came back, and then he trained his brother Savage Opress, or whatever his name is. And then the Emperor's like, nah, bitch, you guys are making a huge gang and taking over the universe. You're stepping on my turf. Came, smacked him around, killed his brother, and was like, Darth Maul, you're my bitch again. And took him. And then he disappeared. In the comics that I've read, he sends him out. But then Darth Maul gets some of his gang back, and they're having like fights. But then he flees and he escapes the Emperor's grasp or whatever. And it was pretty cool because it's been a while since I read it, but I'm pretty sure he fights against General Grievous, which is pretty badass because it's like two eras, right? So that was really cool. Unless I'm making this up and I'm just thinking it, then we'll
let you know.
Kind of lame.
We'll proof fact it.
But now they've brought him into like mainstream movies again, which is cool, kind of like showing of that.
Which is cool to me too, but if they don't do anything with it, then it's just pointless. That was just like, let's do Marvel shit right now. Let's put something cool so everybody gets hyped as fuck.
I mean, I got to see the movie and get my own take, but I will admit, Rogue One is phenomenal. A lot of people were like, threw it under the bus kind of thing, like just passed up on it, and I was like, that movie was bad. Like, especially that one scene with Darth Vader down the hallway. That is probably one of my favorite Star Wars movie scenes, like, ever.
It's because you get to see
Darth Vader happens, and his, like...
right? Like, because when the first movie I saw, I don't know the names. I don't know the names. He's just walking in like, where's the plan? But this movie, you got to see how he got to that point because he's like,
he did the work.
Not
like,
open the doors. He's like, oh shit!
What's that?
It's gonna take the cards. Oh god! I was like, damn.
But the other thing which someone pointed out is Darth Vader knew they had the card. He can see the guy trying to like get it. Why wouldn't he just force pull him back or force pull the card?
Yeah,
because that takes.
Instead, he's like, the door closed.
I mean, to a certain extent, from behind, it might not look like he has the card. It might just be like, I'm trying to get out. Oh, slip. Oh, kind of thing. So, in his perspective, he might not see it. Yeah, but I understand what you mean. Like, if anybody's getting close to the door, I'd be like, yoink.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what's that one game?
You guys aren't escaping.
With the
Mortal Kombat?
No. Star Wars game with the.
Force Unleashed. Get over it. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, no, that game was so sick because like you could
Force Unleashed.
Yeah, he had the two lightsabers.
Oh, yeah, Starkiller.
Well, yeah, Starkiller. Yeah. Remember? Well, that's the second game. I guess he has two.
And
so I guess he's not even like canon because
I heard a rumor that he was supposed to be canon. Like they had the actor getting ready for stuff too.
Yeah, but there's a dispute or something like that.
Man, that's what I want Star Wars to turn into, to a certain extent. Because the Force Unleashed games were fucking badass.
They were unreal.
Throwing people up, and then they're about to drop them, like, gotcha, and then just throw them up again. And, like, I used to toy around in that game so much.
Yeah,
man, like so like imagine like that. That's what I think the Force should be. You know, like the Force isn't just like, oh, I'm slowly moving a fucking.
Yeah, like they make it like it's either you have the Force or you use your lightsaber.
Yeah,
but like I want to see it where someone's like so good where it's like it's combining, like it's so fluid.
Yeah,
it's a part, like it's a third arm kind of thing. Like it's that smooth.
Yeah, and I
don't think they've really like they've done it some points, but it's almost a lot of it's like they stop. I gotta use the Force. Then I use like I know Darth Vader's pulled people in and then like sliced them, but I want to see like
full on battles.
Yeah, like I feel like the Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan was really good because they're like force pushing each other as they're like
jumping, yeah.
That was really cool. That's probably like the best prequel scene.
What's his name? The name escapes me, and I know I shouldn't because this is gonna be so embarrassing.
Count Dooku?
No. Real life actor. He was Mace Windu.
Samuel
L. Jackson. I don't know why that escaped me.
I'm tired. He's goddamn.
Yeah, he said I saw an interview a long time ago. He's like, man, these new movies are like they're not that great because they're not doing what real Jedis would do. Like they're not jumping around and doing stuff. And I was like, I agree. Like he's right because like it's kind of boring.
No, it makes sense because
but they're not trained Jedi masters.
Yeah, it's because
but is
Kylo
not trained by the Ren whatever people? Like is he not supposed to be
He's trained by Luke, but
people?
Luke was trained by Yoda and like.
Yeah, but even then,
as Yoda was on his last leg.
If you remember watching in I think it was The Last Jedi, Luke explains like what happened with right? Yeah. So he exiled him. He exiled.
He tried to kill him.
Yeah, he tried to kill him.
I think that was dumb.
That was dumb too, because people were saying like Luke, a person that brought his father from the dark side, of any means necessary to the good side. Right at the end,
to be like, oh, I had a vision, and
hey, you're gonna be evil later, so
I'm just gonna
like that's kind of stupid to me. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Right? It's like
but that's the thing. He's trained. Kylo is trained.
Yeah,
and yet he gets his ass.
Yet
beat.
in the first movie with the Kylo and Rey, he got a scar on his face. I'm like, Rey shouldn't be able to do all that shit to you. You should be like, get out of here. And Finn, get out. Because
the fact it's like we still don't know who Rey's the daughter of.
Apparently, just fucking scavengers now, right? Because that's what they did for the second movie.
So that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah,
deep down, it's gonna be it's probably gonna be like Luke's child or something where like along.
It better because this guy's part Skywalker, Kylo.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be the most force sensitive being in the universe, along with like Luke and the other Skywalker. That's the whole Skywalker thing. Anakin was born through the Force.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a father. The Force is his father.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. What they fucked
Jesus
up on.
of the Star Wars universe.
And that's the thing. What fucked up because when I first saw the first movie in the new trilogy that they're doing, I went online and I watched like this YouTube video of this comic book story, and holy shit, Star Wars is amazing. Like comic book wise.
Oh, Darth Vader is 10 times more badass.
Not
in
even
the comics.
Darth Vader, just the whole Skywalker family tree.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. Like. They have kids that are like so powerful, and
of course, yeah,
and then they go up against creatures that are like the Force sensitive things, like a fucking creature that is technically the Force that they kill.
I'm reading Knights of the Old Republic comics.
Oh, okay,
and graphic novels and that, and it's pretty legit because it's Mandalore fighting off against the Republic.
Okay,
so it's just a giant war, pretty much, and it's tons of Mandalorians and stuff like that.
See,
which
that's the thing. It doesn't really matter, but that video with the timeline, like the whole Solo timeline and Anakin Skywalker timeline, really interesting, and they give you a lot of shit. And I say just watch that, and you would be like, "Fuck, why didn't they just do this?" They literally could have done the comic book shit, and people would be satisfied. Because I'd be satisfied with that. Like,
yeah, but then it's like.
Because who are these movies for, really? Like, I look at it that way. Like, no fans really like them that much.
Exactly.
Like,
well, they should be for fans.
It should be.
That's why I feel those solo, like the Solo movie and the Rogue One, are more for fans, and they're not even tying 100% into the story. Like, they're just like off branch.
I know what it is. I don't want to be like a fucking dickhead or anything, but I know it's the whole feminism thing what we're going through in this century right now. Like the whole. People need rights and all that stuff. Like if
women need rights,
like women, not even just women, like black people in general. I'm surprised nobody was talking shit about how Finn was cast as like he got the lightsaber in that movie. He was like, "Fuck you, Kylo," and then Kylo was like, "Get the fuck out of here, black guy!" Like just bye. And then Finn was knocked out to the next movie. I was like, this guy really just done off like that.
And then they're like, oh, he was the janitor. He wasn't even like a badass. Person in the military.
Is it no
Finn?
Finn.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I was a janitor. No. He's like, I wasn't even a soldier.
What do you mean?
He was a soldier.
They're all trained, but he was the janitor.
He was.
That's what he said.
He was about to. Yeah.
He's like, what did you do? And he's like, I was the Jan.
Wasn't it like he was getting trained to become a stormtrooper? Right?
Well, no, like that.
Yeah. He was in.
Like I think they're all trained, but then they have roles.
Yeah,
that was his first mission.
Yeah, he was there, and he had to kill one of them, and he didn't do it.
Yeah,
right. And
but he wasn't.
Now they're about to put him out of commission.
See, that's the thing. Cool. That's the thing that was cool about that first movie is because like Kylo sees that he couldn't pull the trigger, but like Kylo would have been like, something's weird. Like the Force is telling me that somebody's not killing people, like kind of thing, right? Wouldn't that be kind of like a thing?
Like the thing is, I
thought Finn was gonna be Force sensitive because I'm like,
I thought that too.
Because why would Kylo just zero him out like that? Like, okay, everybody's killing everybody. What the fuck? I feel something weird right now. Somebody's turning into the good side right now. Oh, it's this guy.
Well, no, it wouldn't be him turning to the good side. It's like you're not obeying orders, and because they're all supposed to be those all supposed to be clones, no? Or are they all?
Clones have died off.
Yeah, the clones are done.
Like they explain that if you ever watch Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, like Star Wars Clone Wars is during the Clone Wars, and then Rebels is supposed to be they're replacing them with stormtroopers, and the Rebels are old now, or the clones are old now, and they're kind of like living on planets,
Clone Island,
if any who survived, because they tried wiping most of them out. And then the ones that like kind of worked for them, they would just give them intel, and that's about it, and they would leave them alone.
Okay, so
they're kind of like decommissioned.
So
they're just taking recruits now. You would like they would set up bases on planets, and it's like send your kids
like
to the academy.
Okay.
And then they would use them, and everyone thinks that they're bringing order to the universe. Because
I know they're all like clones of Jango Fett, was it, or Boba Fett?
Jango.
Yeah, they're all clones of Jango Fett, which I thought was cool. But then I saw Finn, and I was like, wait a minute. And I'm not really a Star Wars person. I'm like, there's no black guys in this show. What is this?
Which actually, speaking of them, the breaking news that I wanted to talk about was, and was the future of Star Wars, is they're coming out with a new show. This new Star Wars show for the Disney streaming
animation or
no live action.
Oh wow!
They have $100 million budget for the first season.
Oh wow!
So Disney is investing big time into this, and they just announced the name, which I guess this will be old news by then. But it's going to be called Mandalore, and it follows a bounty hunter, which they said is not Boba Fett because it's supposed to take place.
But it is Boba Fett.
After the like prequel movies, but before the original movies.
So
it's like it's around the Solo movie.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be like after the Solo movie.
Okay.
So they might change it up and be like it's actually a young Boba Fett movie because they've been hinting that they're going to make a Boba Fett movie or Boba Fett character.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the whole prequel sequel things. Well, the sequel's cool, but prequels, I'm getting kind of tired of that shit now. Aren't you guys like?
Well, they got one more movie. But they've already like signed off on doing like another like bunch of movies.
Yeah,
they're doing another trilogy or whatever.
Yeah, another trilogy, and then I think they're doing a bunch of solos. Yeah, and it's not going to be anything to do with Skywalker family. So everyone's hoping it's going to be
Obi-Wan,
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, I thought it was Obi-Wan.
Like no, for the trilogy.
They might do Obi-Wan trilogy.
They are saying that they put it on hold because Solo didn't do good in the movie theater.
Yeah, I heard Obi-Wan was supposed to. Yeah.
So Obi-Wan got put on hold, and everyone's like, "Crap."
But that's my whole thing. I'm done with sequels. I mean, prequels. Sorry, prequels. I'm like, I don't want to see how you got to this point. I want to see after.
No, to a certain extent. So, I'm gonna still sound really, really cheesy, but the first Star movie where I was like, yo, this is actually a fucking like sick, or like the one that actually got me
with, like, Luke and all them.
That got me say hooked to it. We'll say hooked was Revenge of the Sith. Like
really?
Yeah, and
which one is that one?
That's when you figure out
that's the sixth movie.
That's when you figure out. That's when Darth Vader becomes Darth Vader, and he becomes Darth Vader.
Was that okay? I don't know the names.
Yeah, this is where like they're fighting on like that lava planet, and he's you were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring.
I hate you.
Revenge of the Sith.
I loved you.
Isn't that the sixth movie? Because it's
so
A New Hope.
So you have
Return of the Jedi,
4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3,
and then like Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Or is it Revenge of the Sith?
Jar Jar Begins.
It is Revenge of the Sith. And
then Return
I like
of the
that
Jedi.
movie too, just because that was technically the second movie I ever saw. Because what I did when I was younger, I saw the one where they save Leia. I saw the one they save Leia, and then I saw the one Darth Vader, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
See, I messed up. Like my very, very, very first Star Wars movie was I think it was the first one. The one where they go through the huge race. I waste everyone's time.
Yeah.
Oh, the pod race. Yeah.
This is pod races.
That was the first one I ever saw, and I was like, Star Wars is fucking stupid.
I remember the memes where everyone's like, because little Andy's like, oh, I'll get my friends out of like being slaves and poor, and that becomes a Jedi Knight, doesn't do anything.
That's it.
Just left them.
Peace,
guys.
I saw this video, and this guy was talking about how Darth Vader never goes back to his home planet.
That's why Luke hid there, or Obi-Wan.
That's why Obi-Wan brings Luke there, because he doesn't like that place. There's too much shit that happened down there. I'm like, that's so smart.
Oh.
But I mean, that doesn't stop anything for like, oh, I can send troops there.
I know, yeah.
So
he still does, but I mean, like, him himself doesn't go to go see what the fuck his problem with the Force.
So yeah, the show is like what I was bringing up. It's got a big budget.
That's good.
They just launched a picture of like on set thing, and it's like the person in all Mandalorian outfit with like a rifle on his back, and it looks badass. Mandalorians have been like my favorite in Star Wars lore, because they're basically like the Spartans of the universe.
Oh, okay.
Because they're just all about fighting. They fight each other because there's separate clans. Clans will kill each other, but they'll unite to fight other people, kind of thing. So, and they're very honorable, like killing. Like they want to prove that they're the best. Their armor's lightsaber resistant, I'd say, like, because lightsabers can still kill them, but it'll graze them more often than none. Like it can take a few hits before it gets cut through. So it's like they're pretty badass characters. Like they're built to be bounty hunters, kind of thing, or warriors.
That's cool.
I'm hoping it's good with a big budget like that, and with the way TV shows are nowadays. I'm hoping it's gonna be good.
Have you seen the Titans trailer?
Titans?
Titans, no, Teen Titans.
Like Teen Titans? Is it like a movie?
No, it's a TV show that they have coming out.
Wait, is it?
It's horrible.
TV show? Or isn't it?
TV show.
I thought it was a movie coming out.
No. If that was a fucking movie, I'd be like, alright, DC, you need to stop. This is horrible.
But what's that movie coming out? The rated R Teen Titans movie? Where it has the black girl as Starfire.
That's a TV show.
No, it's a
TV show.
I'm looking this up. I'm pretty sure it's a movie.
It's a TV show.
Because they have swearing and stuff like that. And they said it's rated R.
Yeah, it's a TV show. Though.
Where he's like, fuck Batman.
Yeah, I think they took that out. Yeah, it's a TV show. It's not a movie.
For real?
If it's a movie, then that budget is like...
Jesus. When I search up Teen Titans movie, it's Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah, type in just Titans. DC's Titans or whatever. Yeah, it's a new show on their streaming service. It's about pretty trash.
Yeah, it is a...
I told you, bro. I know my facts. Come on now. You can't be...
But that's like... Well, and then you bring that up, but... Cause,
you saw it, though, right?
So the whole thing... I love DC Comics.
Me too.
Like, I love Batman.
DC over Marvel for comics, animation...
Yeah. Like...
Toys, games...
Because I like a lot of... Well, Spider-Man. That's a
game. We had the Arkham Knight series.
But you could also say Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I don't know if you ever played. Oh, that was such a good game.
I hated it.
I loved it.
Besides
that stuff, I love DC. I've always grown up with Batman. Batman was like, I had Batman and everything. But goddamn, I feel sorry for DC.
Yeah.
DC's, since Marvel's been making their big break, it's always, I feel like, been a catch-up game from DC.
Yeah, and do a DC...
they're feeling so rushed at this point.
Well, of course, yeah. They like, at this point, it's like, Marvel spent so much time and money to make sure everything came out properly.
It's been a 10-year process.
Right? Like, they had movies that fucked up, and then they're like, okay, we're going to remake, like we'll say, The Hulk. Right? The Hulk first time came out.
The Hulk, they're like, that's like...
Yeah.
We're not making the Hulk movie anymore.
If anything, they're going to do Hulk and somebody else.
Right? So they spent all...
They said that there won't be another Hulk solo.
No, it would have to be...
They said it's not...
Like Thor and Hulk. It would have to be Thor and Hulk again.
Like, they spent all this time building up everything, so it's all here. And then DC is like, fuck, we should have done that. Okay, here, let's put Batman or Superman. Okay, here, let's put Justice League in this movie and get all this character and this character and this character, and so everything's mumble jumbled into one.
It feels rushed.
Like, it is rushed, 100%.
The thing that gets me so mad is DC kills it on the animation.
Oh yeah,
animated DC, blows anything. Like Marvel has some hits like Avengers Assemble, fantastic cartoon.
Yeah,
but then you got Young Justice, which is like phenomenal, or the original Teen Titans cartoon.
Oh, and it's
like,
coming
these
back.
are like amazing.
Yeah. Or
the original Teen Titans.
Yeah, they're doing it
same
again.
as Young Justice. They're bringing another season.
Yeah,
for popular
yeah.
demand.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking yes.
Like,
even Justice League, like the original Justice League,
amazing.
Justice League Unlimited.
I recently bought the Blu-ray on Amazon. I've been watching that. It's
and then all their movies.
amazing.
Their movies are insane. Why can't you take those stories and bring it to the big screen?
Because
It's like
WB, man. It's WB.
like their stories are so bad. They're so cheesy. Like everything about it. Like the only good ones.
Martha, my mother's name's Martha.
Yeah,
High five.
let's be friends. But like
Yeah, go on.
Wonder Woman, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I will admit that's a good movie. I'm kind of hyped for Wonder Woman 2. Aquaman, just watched the trailer. I'm hyped for it, but knowing DC, I might be let down. I'm not excited for a Flash movie. Don't really care. I like Flash. Just I don't like the actor that's playing him in Justice League. I didn't like him.
I don't like the
I found him
run.
annoying.
What the fuck is that run? When he's running, he's like just limping around. Like
It's
I'm like, what the
because he
fuck is the
hasn't-
run?
He hasn't developed a form yet.
And then-
the fuck you've been in Flash for how long? Like,
feels like-
how is okay? Sorry, what Tyshawn said. Just when you're running, who the fuck runs like that? Somebody will comment something, but you know what? Let me just do. Oh, this might be better if I just put my hands like this. I'm not gonna like.
Or he should do the Naruto run.
Even the Naruto
Shit.
run would have been cool for me.
That'd have been
That would have been badass for me. But yeah, go on what you're
Especially
saying.
because he was like a nerdy character.
Yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
like he's like, oh, I love Naruto, and
And I
I'm so
guess-
fast, anyways.
And I guess that's why they did the run for his nerdiness. But even the nerds don't fucking run like that. Nerds will run like Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. Was
But I feel like
idiot.
DC's like slipping through the grasp. Like they got like Henry Cavill,
Gone.
like yeah, he's gone. You got what's
Ben
his name?
Affleck's
Ben
leaving.
Affleck's leaving. You got Jared Leto, who everyone hates as Joker, so they don't even know what to do with
liked it.
him.
I liked it.
They got two Jokers now.
Well,
Because they said Jared Leto is supposed to be in a movie. I think he's supposed
He's
to make a
directing
cameo.
his own right now, or
yeah.
writing it or something
But
like
I
that.
thought,
they're supposed
wasn't
to
it a
make a new
Harley
joke.
Quinn movie?
He's gonna have well, apparently they're gonna be two. There's gonna be the Harley Quinn movie is canceled, kind of like it was supposed to be the
God.
Gotham Sirens, but
Yeah, because I
now
know
they're
there's
gonna-
that, and
yeah.
Jared Leto was supposed to make an appearance. But now
Yeah.
they got a new actor who's making a Joker movie.
yeah, but
what's his name?
they're supposed to be
They're doing-
the origin story of Joker.
No, what I read recently is they're doing Elsewhere movies now. So I don't know if you heard what DC said. We're just gonna give the movies to the directors and let them do whatever they want with it now. And people are like, finally, fucking what Marvel did. So now they're doing Elseworld stuff. So this Joker movie with what's his name? Something Phoenix. The new the
He
origin
looks
story.
perfect
looks
for
good.
Joker.
That is gonna be a whole different world. So
Yeah.
the Joker
Yeah.
we have in this world in the shitty universe is our Joker right now.
Yeah.
But this new
Yeah,
universe
but that's
is
the
like,
thing is like with Joker, there is no origin story. Like DC has never released an origin story.
That is
regarding-
true to
like,
a point.
No one knows how
Yeah.
DC or how Joker.
because there is there are some
There is, if you look at like animated movies.
yeah
It talks
the-
about
the-
how
the
he was
kill-
a stand-up.
the killing joke was the first thing that
That's the
I
one
think
that-
so where you see he was a stand-up comedian that was
yeah,
not
it wasn't
going
working.
anywhere
Yeah.
and then like he went into like to get money for his wife and his pregnant wife. He did some mob ties things,
He
you know,
became the Red Hood.
and then he accidentally fell into the acid and then
But see, that's like the new origin story. Because his
Yeah, but
original
yeah.
one, he was working under a mafia boss. I can't remember, like Falcone or something like that. He was one of his goons. And then he wanted to move up in the world. So he did the persona of the Red Hood. And he went around because he wanted to be a supervillain. But he wasn't that bad. He was just rob stuff. And then Batman came and Batman couldn't save him. He fell in the vat, went insane. And that was his original origin story back then. Now they're doing like, oh, he was a stand-up comedian. Like they're trying to give it more like, oh, personality than
Yeah.
he's always an evil
which I'm
guy.
fine with. I'm fine with the whole.
I like it. I like it better.
Yeah, I like it because honestly, the whole fact that like you got to watch the movie is pretty good. Well, not just his origin story in that movie is really good. Like it just makes you feel for him.
What the one
Killing
where,
Joke.
That was
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
I actually watched the Japanese one, the samurai one, where They get transported.
That was cool.
I liked it.
That was
it
really
was weird,
cool.
but it was cool. Like it was not something I was expecting.
It was really weird, yeah. But it's cool.
I liked it.
Yeah. See, like that's the thing. Like,
Samurai Batman was,
and that's what we might be getting. Actually, we might be getting some crazy shit soon. Like we might be. Like, because I know they said Michael B. Jordan for Superman, and I was like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but for Superman, nah, I just can't see his face on it, or just his character at all. Like, he's Killmonger. I don't know why they killed off, like, you guys seen Black Panther?
Yeah.
I don't know why they killed him off. Like,
it should have been he escaped wounded or something.
Yeah, like, just let him come back. Because even that character, Killmonger, was so weird because I read the original comics for him, and it was just like a big African guy. Like, he's a god.
You know when he fought that guy at the very beginning? The guy that helps him. I thought that was Killmonger. I was like, oh,
that's what people were saying.
Perfect like the comics. And then it's like, turns out it's not. I'm like, wait, what?
And that's the thing I don't like about... I like the character, don't get me wrong, but the thing I didn't like about it was they made him too, like, New York hood shit, because when he went to the... Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger.
Okay, yeah.
Because when he was in the museum, he was just like, oh, how can I help you? He's like, oh, yo, I like this. Yeah, I want this. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is cool. And then when he got onto, like, the Black Panther, like, area and shit, like, Wakanda and all that stuff, he's like, hi, auntie. Yo, I want the throne. It's my shit. Yo, and I'm just like, really have some class with it? Like, no, I get it. I get the character. It's supposed to be, you know, he never has shit. He's from New York.
It's not even that. It's like, he is the... He is supposed to be up there with the Black Panther. He is royalty in that family, royalty, right?
He feels entitled.
And, you know, it's like, yo, what you're just gonna give to this guy, and like, what? I'm supposed to be here. You guys exiled my dad.
Yeah.
You not gonna give me a chance? No, fuck that shit. And he's gonna come in. And, right. So there's and that's just how he is. You know, if you grew up in that area and that's how you talk, you're not gonna come and be like
I said,
you're
I get
royalty.
It. Yeah,
right?
I get the character and all that shit, like, which is cool. I'm fine with it, but to me, like the comic book Killmonger was a little bit better
way better, of course.
What was that one? He was like wanted the throne as well, but he got exiled regardless. And
the only thing I like. Well, even if you look back at Black Panther now, it honestly wasn't that great of a movie. It was good, but it
was more hype.
It was so much hype. Way so much hype.
But like, because around the same time Black Panther came out, Thor Ragnarok came out just a bit before. I think.
Yeah,
I believe it was before.
I think so. Okay,
I liked Thor Ragnarok a lot better because, one, Thor has never really shown like a lot of power. Like, he's been powerful.
Yeah.
But like in the cartoons or comics, it's like it's always like you're in trouble, Thor comes and it's like we're saved. Like it's either the Hulk or Thor. Like Thor was like badass in the comics, badass in the cartoons, where it's like he comes, it's like no one's stopping Thor. And if Thor gets stopped, it's like we're in trouble. In the movies it never really felt like that.
Thor 1 and 2 that spot.
Yeah. And same as Captain America, and it's like what?
I don't even like Captain America.
Yeah, in Avengers, he was powerful, but Hulk outshined him. In Thor 1 and 2, it didn't do so well. Even though I was a fan of both of them, which is like
I actually liked it. I liked the more serious Thor, but
I was in the minority apparently for those.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I like the real Thor, like more mature and. Like,
I just didn't feel he was that powerful, and then Thor Ragnarok, he became so powerful that I was like, finally, this is a badass Thor.
You've seen Infinity War, right? You seen Infinity War?
Yeah.
You've seen it too, right?
Yeah, which is like a very good leading from Ragnarok to that to show like
my favorite scene is when he finally lands and he's just electricity everywhere. He's like, "Bring me Thanos!" And
it's just zapping people.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, yep, that's cool. And then Captain America's like, "I am the Steve Rogers." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" It's Thor time. Like, I don't give a fuck. And like. He does the same thing like Goku. He gets cocky with the power because he threw the fucking axe at
Thanos.
At Thanos, and he's like, I told you were gonna pay for that. It's like, motherfucker, just chop the head off. This guy was just like, getting all cocky, and he's like, you should have aimed for the head. And then it's over, and Thor's like, no.
But you can't even blame Thor for that. You can blame Star-Lord.
Yeah. Star-Lord. That was but what I guess I would be in the same position because, like, that's the girl he loves, like, hardcore loves. Like, you've been through all this shit together. I understand that,
but at the same time, if you're Spider-Man, you see this, web him up, be like, nah, you're out of here.
That's what I'm saying, too. He was busy holding the
Number
hand.
2, you're Doctor Strange, and you have the Time Stone.
Yeah.
Turn it back a little bit and be like, okay, Star-Lord's going to lose it, and... screw us all over, so stop him. Before we do this.
No, but that's the thing. He's saying out of all the futures that he saw, there's only one.
Yeah,
where
and that was probably the reason.
Right?
True.
So,
it's probably because it's going to be like he saw that everyone's going to have to die, and Iron Man is going to be able to stop him.
What do you think is going to happen in the next movie? Let's talk about that for a little bit. Like, I honestly think Captain America. Well, it's already been confirmed. Cap's going to die. He recently tweeted out, "Hey, it's been we just wrapped up Avengers 4. It's been an honor playing this character. Blah blah blah.
Thor done. Thor did the same tweet.
Thor did the same tweet too. I don't think Thor will be dead.
Thor is not.
I know.
Chris Hemsworth said he's not doing Thor anymore.
Is it Chris or Liam?
The four.
Chris
Hemsworth?
Yeah. Liam is the younger one, right?
Yeah.
Liam's the younger brother. That's fucking Miley Cyrus.
Oh shit! Fuck. That's what I know.
Yeah. But like the main four, they're retiring now. So Thor's not gonna die. Iron Man, I think, is gonna die. I think Cap will die.
I think what they're setting up
going to die.
Yeah, I think they're setting up for the quote unquote new Avengers, right?
Yeah, because I think they're either that or
Thor's gonna live and become the All Father, and then be like, I'm busy with this.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna go into retirement.
My cousin, who in the comics is female Thor, she takes up the mantle while Thor was dead from Ragnarok. And do that. But that doesn't make sense because there's no more Asgardians. No,
well, then again, the Time Stone, right?
Unless, you could say that.
But that's the thing. I think they're just going to go into retirement. Like you said, All-Father will be Thor. He'll probably be like, I'm busy now. I can't help you guys anymore, but it's been real. Hulk will still probably make appearances. He's the tech guy because Iron Man's going to die. If Iron Man doesn't die, it would be so shitty.
Because in the comics, it's this girl that becomes Iron Man.
Yeah, the black girl.
Yeah, it's like his intern or something like that, and then she becomes... I don't think they'll do
that. If anything, I think what they'll do is like what they do in the comics where Iron Man gives suits to everybody at a certain place where...
And they don't even have to show him. They can just send suits and be like...
Yeah, they don't even need him
from Iron Man
at all. It could just be Jarvis, because Jarvis technically takes over the Iron Man suits around the world.
Could be.
Yeah.
That'd be an easy way to...
If Cap doesn't die, he either will just retire and give the mantle to Bucky.
Bucky or Falcon? Because in the comics...
I want Falcon. Not because he's black. I want Falcon because the comic Captain America Falcon is the craziest one ever. He's flying in the air, throwing the shield.
And right now, Bucky's pretty badass, and Falcon's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, because they just because they knew Bucky was going to... They knew what they were doing. Like, let's be real. Marvel knows what the fuck they're doing. They've been planning this shit since we were
Almost everything that comes out from Marvel is, like, masterpiece. Like, but the only thing is, Miss Marvel... I'm not hyped for her at all. I don't
Captain Marvel?
like that actress.
What else is she in?
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel, right? You're talking about Captain Marvel?
What did I say?
Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay. Captain Marvel.
It's the same shit.
Which,
right?
I mean, she is Miss Marvel.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
But Captain Marvel, I'm not hyped about. I saw the trailer.
I'm not hyped either.
Doesn't get me excited.
I don't
know. It's just... And the fact that they're, like, relying on her to fix this Thanos situation. It's like, she's not that powerful to be like if you think about it, is Rogue from X-Men able to beat Thanos?
Sure, why not?
Because she has Miss Marvel's power. That's what happens in the cartoon and comics. Is Rogue holds on to Miss Marvel for some reason.
Yeah.
I can't remember why. And holds on to her for so long that it completely drains her powers. And Rogue gets all of her powers and puts Miss Marvel in a coma permanently.
Gangsta.
And that's why Rogue can fly, and Rogue has super strength, as well as she can...
I always used to have a crush on Rogue when I was younger. You guys remember the animation the cartoon? I used to have a crush on Rogue. I was like, oh man, I like that girl. She's cool. But
Gambit also had a crush on her.
Gambit's the coolest motherfucker, hence my name.
Speaking of Gambit, they're still making a Gambit movie.
I don't want Channing Tatum to do it.
Channing Tatum's supposed to be fucking...
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my lord.
I don't see it at all. You can't convince me.
The whole movie, man.
You can't convince me that Channing Tatum is our Gambit.
No, I don't know. He's Magic Mike.
That's like The Rock doing fucking Gambit right now. The Rock's like this big bald guy like, oh, I'm Gambit. Check out my pole. Slapping shit. Like, but I don't see it.
They said something about like the accent. And they said...
French. He's supposed to be French.
He's supposed to be all French
Well, he's supposed to be New Orleans. From New Orleans. Which is like French-ish.
Is it really?
He's Canadian. Most of the X-Men characters are Canadian.
No, Gambit's from New Orleans.
Okay.
That's why he has like the accent. Okay. It's not like a French accent, but he speaks French.
Like, I remember I forgot who I went. I saw Deadpool 2 with somebody that's not really a comic book fan, and I was like, yeah, Deadpool's Canadian. That's why they keep referencing Canada. And she was like, he's Canadian. I was like, same with Wolverine. He's Canadian too. Like most of the X-Men characters are from Canada.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people are like, oh, Canada, what the fuck? That's trash.
Yeah.
I like Captain America now.
Superman was created by a Canadian.
Wasn't he?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I got a little more respect for.
I hate Superman.
A little.
He's too white bread for me. Like, what is this? This guy just has every single power, and then this little stone is like, oh no, get that stone away from me! Oh God, Jesus Christ!
It stinks.
Yeah, it's like fuck you. But yeah, that's that.
But
that's
actually,
cool.
speaking of Superman, with Henry Cavill stepping down, he's stepping down.
This guy got fired, dude.
Well, he's stepping down for an even
fired.
better role for the Witcher series on Netflix.
I don't see that being
that's
great.
horrible.
That doesn't sound.
I
too
think
great.
I'm excited.
I'm not.
I love it. I
Have
love
you
the
Have you
game.
played Witcher, Tyshawn?
Negative. I'm a fucking loser. I'm doing a video game series, and I haven't played any video games.
Okay, let's get into that though. We'll get back into the whole Witcher thing because you have like what?
Yeah, I don't
30
have much.
minutes.
I don't have much time.
So we'll do like a half an hour of a quick little recap of games because this is what it's supposed to be, right? We're doing some more games. We did movies, we did TV shows. So Ty, what games are you playing right now, or that you just completed that you?
Come around to me after.
Come around to you after. I know you're in the drought. Drought.
Okay. Well, fine if you want. I'm excited for. Was it Jump Force? Jump Force looks interesting.
Hey, did you see the Yugi?
Yeah, I saw Yugi. I was like,
you know Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Yeah.
Chris. Okay. How do you think Yugi would fight in a fighting game of all bunch of enemies?
Where are the cards? Where are the cards?
Yeah, like I guess he obviously isn't physical.
Yeah.
So he would be like his powers would be him drawing cards and them fighting for him.
Okay, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the gameplay, I'm like, this guy's dashing forward, like, huh, here's a card to your face, bitch, and like slapping people with cards. I'm like, whoa, okay, Yugi's gonna be the main character for me.
Yeah, Yugi's gonna just Dark Magician.
I'm really hyped because one of my favorite animes is in that game. Hunter x Hunter, you ever heard about that?
I've heard of it. I've been watching it. I heard really
Fucking
good things about
phenomenal. It's so good. It's such a good anime. Like if you don't watch JoJo first, watch Hunter. It's so good. If you like Dragon Ball Z, you'll love this because it's like it's more grounded too. Like it's not
What's
just
it called?
Hunter x Hunter. I think it's only about like 50 episodes maybe.
Yeah,
or something like that.
it's not
that long because the guy went on hiatus.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah. So do you know what Jump Force is? Have you seen or heard trailers?
I think I've heard about it, but I never seen it.
You definitely know because Jump Force is the main animes that you're watching right now. Like My Hero is Shonen Jump, which is Shonen Jump's the big company that owns all the rights to these characters. So, like Yugi, Deku will probably be in the game. Naruto, Sasuke are going to be in the game.
Yeah.
Death Note's
going to be
Light Yagami is going to be in
Dragon
the game.
Ball's gonna be in it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Probably because of E3, right?
Yeah.
I remember because they had at the end it showed the Death Note.
Yeah, apparently he's going to be an
Light
assist character, but I think he's going to be a fighter. I mean, if Yugi can be a fighter, why not?
Well, they'll have Light Yagami.
Yeah.
Ryuk will be just
I think Ryuk will be the one
attacking kind of thing.
But then it wouldn't make sense because they can't attack people in the physical world, right? So I don't know how they're. It might just be an assist trophy or character, or whatever. But
I was thinking he has his book and his attacks are he's writing something in a book or something like that, and then
some shit happens.
Ryuk attacks or something.
Marvel vs. Capcom introduced Phoenix Wright, which is you probably don't know about this game. Phoenix Wright is like a courthouse type game.
Yeah. The attorney game.
Yeah, the attorney game. He's in the fighting game, and he's literally just punching and kicking and saying objection, and it's like big speech bubbles attack you and hurt you. So I could see Light Yagami being a character some way, shape, or form, hitting people with books and stuff. And
could be, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because that game looks fucking badass. What else? I saw another.
You do one, Chris. You do one now.
Yeah.
So what
game are you playing, or what are you anticipating?
Oh, and Cyberpunk. That's what it was.
Hey, Cyberpunk's number one.
Well, there's Cyberpunk. Yeah, I'm pretty excited just because I'm a Witcher fan. But I don't know. There's one I'm excited for, which is kind of I don't even know if it's official because they haven't even officially done it yet. It's a lot of theories coming out and a lot of hinting. But if I'm going to start with the game that I'm playing, I'm still going through Far Cry 5, which I wouldn't say is the best Far Cry game.
Far Cry
I haven't played 3, which everyone's like, yeah, everyone has the same reaction. I played 4, and I heard 4 is
you
like...
You didn't play. Get the fuck out of here. You never know what it is. He's like, what is that?
I heard 5 Far Cry games?
I heard 4 and 3 are very similar.
Yeah.
And I played 4, and 4 was my favorite. So I'm going to go back and play 3 because I got it. But 5 is pretty good for the most part. It's just there's some things that bother me. Mm-hmm. Nothing too major. And I spoiled it for myself, and I know the ending, and the ending is absolute trash.
Yeah,
and there's multiple endings.
Yeah. They always have multiple endings.
There's 2 endings, and both of them are trash. So
I think the best ending for Far Cry was 4. And it was like the main villain is Pagan Min.
You could be his friend or you can kill him.
Yeah, he's like, sit right here. It's going to be like 10 minutes.
Sit here that was the 3rd ending, which is like the very beginning. Yeah. You just got to like put your controller down and you beat the game.
And I actually got that by accident. I went to the bathroom and I came back and I was like, oh, I might as well get up. And as soon as I was going to get up, he's like, oh, you waited. Thank you so much. And I'm like, does anybody else know about this? And then I like went on Twitter and all that shit. People were like, oh yeah, just sit down. And I was like, fuck, I thought I was gonna be the only one. I was gonna tweet that shit out and be popular, but nope. Other people were like, I don't know how people just find out all these like mini Easter eggs and shit. I have no idea. It's so crazy to me. Like, recently there was a Spider-Man Easter egg for the Spider-Man game. The old original pizza song from like Spider-Man 2, I think, is in it. And people were like freaking out, like, oh my god, the original songs are in the pizza theme songs in it. And I was like, I don't fucking know. How the fuck do you find that? Like, you had to stand in a certain corner and you had to hear it, like, really, really, like, vacantly. And kind of, I was like, how the fuck do you even hear that? Like,
I know.
It can never be an Easter egg on 3.
So, yeah, Far Cry 5's the game I'm playing. I want to get to the DLCs, and I'll probably record the DLCs for that. But
the DLCs look good. They look cool.
Like, I saw some of the gameplay. The first one is probably, like, the least favorite.
Which one's
it's more of a stealth. Oh, it's supposed to be Vietnam. And you're stealth going from camp to camp.
I'd skip that.
Then there's this zombie one, which looks unreal. That's probably the best of the 3. And it's storybooks. So it's like, okay, like, and they're like mocking, like there's the Fast and the Dead, like Fast and the Furious. So it's stuff like that. And they're like little acts. So they're basically missions, each one.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
And so it's not like free roam? There's no free roam in it?
No. It's like missions. Like, it's like,
all
it's
the
supposed
DLCs
to be
like that?
No, the Vietnam is free roam, and same as the Mars.
Thank God. Okay, Mars. All right, that's the one I was really looking forward to because that sounds cool.
It is. That's probably the second best one.
Is it aliens you're fighting or
aliens? Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And you're going around Mars, and you got like jetpacks, and you got like laser guns and stuff like that.
Why wouldn't they make the zombie one open? Well, I guess it would be kind of weird.
Actually, you meet a director in the game.
Yeah, he does in
the DLC. He does it, and he's basically directing you, and you're going through his pitch of a movie.
Yeah, what's the...
So he'll be like, oh yeah, and
Bad
there's tons...
Blood was the...
What? Bad Blood.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, oh yeah, and you turn this corner and there's tons of zombies, and there weren't zombies, and then they just appear. And then he's like, and the guy barely gets out alive, and so you're like fighting all these zombies.
Yeah.
And they weren't there. It's just, as he's narrating, he's adding stuff, and he's like, oh, actually, screw that. There's only like one big zombie, so they all disappear again, and then there's one big zombie. That's cool. That's fun. Like, it's kind of cool like that.
Is that like the you have?
And you're trying to get to like the end. So one time you're like a military person, another time you're like some person on a ranch trying to get away from all the So it's different stuff. Once you're like a scientist, or I don't know, like you play a different role for each one, and it looks cool.
So it's like you haven't played the originals, right? You haven't played 3 or 4, right?
I played like the OG Far Cry on like the original Xbox.
Yeah. Because I know every Far Cry has a trip mission where it's like you just go on like a trippy mission. So I guess that would be for Far Cry 5. Because Far Cry 3, you take some drugs, you take some mushrooms, and you do like a big like mission. Where you're, like,
and Far Cry 4, these guys keep drugging you.
Yeah, 4 is the same thing. So I guess 5 would be maybe that.
Well, Far Cry 5 has this one area where the girl is big on drugs. Okay. It's these flowers, they like make you hallucinate and all that stuff, and that's like the drug kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they kind of have another one where this guy has hypnotized you where you listen to a sound and you get knocked out, and then you're like in like this world where you're in a trance.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of double that, but
that's cool.
That's Far Cry 5. But the one I'm excited for, which, like I said, has not officially been announced but has been kind of hinted, is Diablo 4.
Okay. I know Diablo 3 is coming to the Switch. I might get that because I want to get the...
I know they say console is better than PC, but I've been playing since it came out. Like, I first got it, I got all the DLCs, and they keep, like, doing seasons and stuff, and people are kind of like, okay, Diablo 3 wasn't the best of the Diablos. Mm-hmm. It has cool cinematics.
I heard it got better over time, though, right? It's one of those...
It's very grindy compared to the other ones. But, I don't know, I like it. But Diablo 4 would be unreal. And it also, like, it makes or breaks the game with the characters it has. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why everyone liked the second one better, because they had cooler characters. They'd, like, I never played it, but they had, like, an assassin class, and they had, like, a person that, like, either creates animals or becomes different animals, and you fight as them. So it's, like, it's very cool.
Because I remember when I was younger, my aunt bought me Diablo, the first one, for PC. Mm-hmm. And the game used to freak me out. Because the cover is just the fucking devil is on the cover.
Yeah. And I like that. It's all angels and devils. Yeah. And they're fighting, and humans are caught in the middle.
I was never really into Diablo because it freaked me out as a kid. I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, and especially because the gameplay was so weird to me, too. Like, it was just top down, and I'm used to, like... You know, either pinball like or like third person type games, you know what I mean? So it was weird, but that's cool.
So that's my 2 cents.
For me, it'd just be Spider-Man. I platinumed it. I sold it. The reason I sold it is because I don't want to get the DLC yet. I'm going to wait for the game to get cheaper, because PlayStation does this thing with their exclusives where the game just... Plus? No, not Plus, just exclusives in general. They get cheaper within like a couple months. Like,
wait, what do you mean by platinum?
Like you know, trophies, like achievements and stuff.
Okay, so did you get like platinum 100% is getting on the game?
100%.
So you got all the secret,
every single secret,
every suit.
You don't even.
And then wait, you sold the game.
I sold the game.
You got to buy it back to get a DLC.
I would have to buy it. Yeah, but this is the thing. What I'm saying, it's like Sony does these things where like you have these coolest exclusives. Like God of War is now like $40, and I got it for like $80. This Canadian price is $79.99. It's like almost $90 for this fucking game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for Spider-Man to get cheaper again, and then get it again and get all the DLCs and then play that.
True.
But why I sold it is because Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out, and I love Red Dead. The original Red Dead was so cool. I love it.
Amen.
Number 2 is coming out. The gameplay got dropped again, and I was like, fuck, I had to get this game. It's in 3 weeks, which is really close.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Like, I don't even know. I have like a couple days booked off too, so I don't know.
I had the first one, and I never really got into it. It's more of a game I like watching play than actually playing. Like, I think it's cool, but like I was surprised when I got into The Witcher, because it's such a big game, and I usually feel overwhelmed. That's why I didn't get into Skyrim, because it's just too much. And like a lot of those big open world games, it's like I feel like I said, overwhelmed. And that's like, I felt like that in Red Dead. Like, there's just too much to do. It's too open world.
I see what you mean, yeah.
You know, but I like watching it because it's like, I'm watching someone else. Like, I even watched Witcher as I was playing The Witcher, because I like seeing the person do their own thing, because it's so open world. Mm-hmm. Like, they can have, like, I can watch an entire playthrough and play through it myself and have a completely different experience.
That's like, one of my favorite games of last year was Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I watch people play it now, and I'm like, holy shit, I never did that before. I've never seen that enemy. Like, just the other day, I saw a dragon, and I beat the game, and I never saw a dragon before till today. And I was like, what the fuck? And so it's like, I know what you mean. Like, some games are too big.
Yeah.
But at the same time, thank God, because now we're paying for DLCs and microtransactions and all this shit. Like, I'd rather have a game that's just filled with shit to the brim, like Fallout and like Skyrim. Like, you can get DLC later on. Even Zelda has DLC, but I'm probably not going to get it because the game is so long. Mario Odyssey came out.
But that's the thing, right? As long, like, I'm not a fan of microtransactions.
Nobody is, I don't think.
Right? I'm not a fan of pay to win, you know?
No.
So I don't think anyone is.
Well, no, there's
except people that are paying to win.
You hear about the FIFA thing, right? Like, people are finally seeing that this is fucking bad.
No, what happened with FIFA?
Like, it's so the new FIFA game came out.
Okay.
Sales are horrible for it. Apparently, they had to show because now it's illegal to not show the percentages of what you get in each pack. So now you see that the big pack that you're normally buying for like $50 or whatever, 0.01% chance to get Christian, like anybody, like Beckham, 0.01%, and it says maybe 0.01% or something like that. So it could even be like less than that, which is ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is that? So a lot of people are like complaining, like, wait, what the fuck? And you can't carry anything over. So all that money you spent on like FIFA 18, and then you get FIFA like 19, which is $79.99 full price game. You can't transfer anything over. You had to redo your My Team shit. So you're spending all money again, and people are like, oh, but you buy more games every month or shit. But it's like, yeah, but you spend the same amount of money as I do for a brand new game, for a new character, for a new pack. Mm-hmm. And you might not even get the character you want. You might get like 15 bronzes and 1 gold, and the gold's like some shitty character. I don't know.
Yeah.
Character. Like, so I'm glad that I'm really happy that EA fucked up so bad with Star Wars. I'm really happy. I'm so glad that people are finally seeing that microtransactions and all that shit are a big problem now. We're not getting games fully done.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's because people have come to accept that. People have come to accept that games come out half done, and they're just like, the company's like, yeah,
day one DLCs.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, our game's not really done yet, but we're gonna come with patches in the upcoming weeks. And then again, like you said, like for day one DLCs, like what the fuck don't you just include this in the game?
Yeah, that's why I didn't want
that was planned.
That's why for Spider-Man, I was like, when I saw that day one DLC, I was like, because my rating for that game, like if I were to rate that game right now, I would give Spider-Man an 8 out of 10.
It had a day one DLC?
Yeah, it has. They already announced the DLC as soon as the game was about to get shipped out.
I know they announced it, but there's been games that came out, and then that same day.
Yeah.
Also on the market, it's like you could also buy the DLC.
Yeah,
and it's like, so it was already.
I don't like seeing that. Like, if you're gonna do anything, do whatever. Like, just don't tell us already. Just keep it a secret. If you already have it planned, just keep it a secret. I don't want to know, because when Spider-Man came out, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. And then they say, oh yeah, 3 DLCs are planned. The first one's coming out in a couple months. I'm like, oh, fuck you. What the hell?
See, I don't mind that much, because it's like, think of like if you made a game and you're like, okay, let's start working on more shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we had a deadline, we made it, the game's done.
Yeah.
But, like, they're like, oh, I want to, like, this did well. Like, I want to make, I don't know, DLC for Black Cat. You know, I like Black Cat, I want to include her. So we can announce that we're doing that, because we're all on board on that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can see that. Like it's like you in a video being like, oh, okay, here's my video, and then be like, by the way, I'm going to be doing these 3 videos. And it's like...
But in a way, that's kind of different, because, put it this way, for Sony does it right. They have God of War came out. No DLCs planned. People want DLC. People are asking for DLC. Only now they're like, okay, we'll see what we can do for DLC, because Cory Barlog, the director of the new God of War, they're trying to work on the new one now. They're trying to get stories for the next game. But at the same time, people want DLC. So if fans want DLC, that's when you should maybe start doing it. I know, like, you got priorities to, like, okay.
Yes and no to that point. Because yeah, you know, fans want it, you give it to them. But then if you want to do, like, side stories, you know, you can say, like, in The Witcher, right?
Yeah.
When there's a bunch of different DLCs. So, like, you know, in example, Spider-Man, you're following Spider-Man, you know, and then there's some missions that you have, let's say you have to play as...
the whole Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat, or you have to play as whoever, right? Mm-hmm. Or better one would be Batman. Batman, and there's some side mission you have to play as Robin, Catwoman or as Robin, and like all these other characters. And you can have that as DLC.
Yeah,
right.
Which they did.
Yep.
Right, so that wasn't bad. It's like, oh, you know, that's cool. I want to try that out. Rather than
you don't have to. It doesn't change the story.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect the gameplay.
Yeah.
Right? It's just if I want to play as that,
But for me, like I said, like God of War, like PlayStation does it right, because God of War, people want DLC. We might not even get it because the game is pretty much complete and how he wants it, which I'm fine with. Okay, cool. No DLC, whatever. One of my favorite games, Bloodborne. That game, people wanted DLC so bad. that the director was like, okay, fine, fuck it, we'll do DLC. DLC came out, it was pretty much like a brand new game almost at that point.
Yeah.
People bought it. It was really good. He expanded on the lore and all that shit. It didn't change the story much from the original thing. It was pretty much just more story. Like, all the little lore and tidbits that were in each description, he pretty much just said, that's in the game now. These are a little couple new creatures. They redid some more work in the original, like, platforms and stuff, made characters in there. To me, that was cool. So if you're doing DLC like that where people ask for it, okay, cool, I'm cool with it. But if you have DLC ready to go day one, I'm kind of iffy on it because I'm like, why don't you just include it?
Well, if it's not ready,
of
right?
course, yeah. One, if it's not ready, and two, if you're just trying to milk a game.
If it's not ready, don't announce it. That's my whole thing.
No, but that's the thing. Gamers and fans, all these people, whoever buy these games, they don't care. They say they don't care. They want the game. They get the game. And then they're like, oh, it's fucking shit. And then they complain. And it's like, okay, well, the game wasn't ready. We told you guys it wasn't, And it's also on the developers, too. The developers are putting it out knowing that it's not ready, but they know people are still going to buy it. So it's like...
Yeah, from what I see, though, like, when I see a game that says, okay, we're going to, like, delay it a couple more months because it's not ready. I'm like, okay, cool. At least it's not fucking ready and you're telling us straight up.
Yeah,
but for you to just be like, here's the game... It wasn't ready, but you guys wanted it, so fuck it. Here's the game. We'll fix it later on. Here's some more DLC sprinkle on it.
But see,
that was what I don't like.
With announcing early DLCs, like, there's pros and cons to it, because if you wait till the public's all like, oh, we want a DLC, and then start making it, it takes a while.
It does,
right?
yeah.
So then,
because
by
we didn't
that
get the
time,
Bloodborne DLC for a while.
Yeah.
But it sold really, really well.
By that time, you have the chance that people are, like, over the game. There's no hype behind it anymore. People are like, oh, yeah. Like, for example... I have Shadow of War. I know it had bad things because of the microtransaction. I still love the game. I beat the game. And then one of the DLCs came out like a while later. And I'm like, I'll have to figure out time to go back to it. Like, I bought the Season's Pass, so I got it.
Yeah.
Just because I know, like, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't get it. Just because it was a while after.
Yeah.
Right? So all those people that got on the hype train of Spider-Man, played it. Like, look at you. You've beaten it. I'm sure a lot of people that have it have already beaten it.
Oh, yeah.
So if a DLC doesn't come out till maybe a year later because they wanted to see fan reaction, then people might be like, whatever, I've already beaten it. Yeah. Some people sell it.
It's a big if, though, because Bloodborne, like I said, people wanted it. They said, okay, they still have the assets. It's not like they got rid of the whole fucking thing. They just did some more shit. Uncharted 4, they wanted DLC. They were planning DLC. And they told people, like, okay, we want to do kind of like Sam, like the brother and all that shit. We had this DLC plan. People were like, okay, cool. They were building this DLC, and it became way too much that they were like, fuck it, we'll just make a whole brand new game. Do you guys want this? People were like, fuck yeah, why not? Like, you know what I mean? The game came out like a year after Uncharted 4, and it sold really, really well.
Yeah, but that's still within its, to some extent, it's hype, right? And like,
yeah, because you're still hyping people up, which is not wrong. It's not bad to hype people up. Like, hey, we're gonna have DLC if you guys really want it. Sure, cool. Me personally, finish your game, complete the game.
Yeah, but that
DLC can be added later on. That's just me. If people don't want to come back to it, they don't want to come back to it. The games sell, like Spider-Man sold how much millions.
But at
to this point, you're not really losing any money anyway.
But at the same time, Spider-Man was a finished game. Like, the DLC that they announced, I only know one of them. I don't know if they've announced the other ones, but it's the Black Cat DLC.
They announced all of them.
What's the other ones?
I think Miles Morales has one, Black Cat, and then I think they have a secret one, but there's rumors that it might be more story stuff, like more like hints at new characters that are coming out.
Yeah. But see, like I feel it was a finished game. They had a conclusion to it. Yeah. The Miles is just like, oh, here's some side stuff because we've introduced the character. Boom, there's that. That's optional. Yeah. Nothing affects the main story, nothing like that. The Black Cat is like a separate thing. It's like that's its own entity. You don't play as a Spider-Man character. You're just like, oh, here's some fun things you can do with the character. So I feel like that's okay. Like if they're like, oh, by the way, the story, if you guys haven't beaten it yet, ends on a cliffhanger because we had to rush. So you get the rest of the story in a DLC a couple months later. Then I'd be like, okay, what the fuck? That's not even a finished game. Yeah. But this was a finished game. You 100% the game.
Oh, yeah.
And then this stuff is just like, here's some more so you can keep having fun with the game.
This is literally like a bonus. If you want to, if you like the game that much, you like the characters. Then.
If that's the case, cool. But then do what The Witcher did. Just make it free. Just make it like updates.
They did have one purchase one.
They have purchase
ones,
ones, yeah.
Huge DLC.
It's huge DLCs,
in
yeah.
Its own section, its own story.
They announced that too. They said this is going to be a huge DLC. It's going to come out a little bit later because they had like their plan. They had at least show us a plan. The plan's cool. Show us your like structural plan.
And honestly, I liked what they did with. They had 16 free DLCs.
Yeah, even if they were minor.
They were minor ones, so they'd be still. Like, here's one little side quest that takes you maybe 10 minutes. But we're adding it. It's in this location. Go check it out. That's cool. And then, an outfit change. So you can change outfits or different hairstyle. Like, I got excited because I'm like, I got to go check see if the new DLC's out. And I go and I'd be like, oh, sweet, it's out. Yeah. Download it. Go do it right away.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, even though it's such minor things, like, if a game did that, I would be more inclined to do it. Because, one, it's free. Everyone likes free stuff. And it's just, like, little stuff. So they could be like, oh, Star Wars... we'll do a different helmet design, free DLC download. Yeah. People would be like, sweet.
Yeah, that's the thing with Star Wars.
Too, it looks ugly, but it's free.
Yeah, that's the thing with Star Wars because they could have easily implemented microtransactions to a certain degree, but how they went about it was kind of weird, and how they were talking to fans too was weird. Like, why would you... Like, Star Wars is a big franchise. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck would you just, like, shit on it? Like,
yeah.
The game looks beautiful. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I heard the second one was good.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good game. But
which Star Wars second one? You mean?
Battlefront
2.
Oh yeah.
It's a good game, but if all they did was just go back to the roots of the original Battlefront games,
all they got to do is take those two games.
Yeah.
Do not change.
Don't change it. Just update the graphics. Make
just
it
remaster.
Yeah.
Halo 2 did it.
Yeah.
Halo 1 did it. Everyone loved it. Well, I mean, besides the whole problems that they had online, but the story was exactly the same. They didn't change anything. They didn't change combat system. They didn't go, oh,
we're gonna redo everything.
Yeah, we're gonna like put Halo 3 weapons in Halo 1 like because they're outdated weapons. Like, no, it was the exact game. They need to do that with a lot more games that were classics. Yeah. Like the whole Battlefront 1 and 2. People are so hyped about that game still. That's what everyone wanted. Like, I get it. Some people like the new ones. That's fine. But why can't you just get that, remaster it, have the same missions, have the Galactic Conquest mode, have the whole thing where you can do villains versus heroes.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Just remaster. Like, imagine that remaster. I still play it on my Xbox One.
I still have it. Oh, yeah.
Because they can do it now.
Yeah.
That was like their newest thing. And like they said, so many people played it. Went back to play it.
I don't know how you fuck that up. You have a game that's already been made that sold really, really well. Why wouldn't you just be like, why don't we just do that but better? Like,
what do you like? Of course, that's what they thought, right? And that's the thing. You you had the template. You had all the pieces to create a perfect game, or like I would call it a really good game. Yeah, you had all the pieces there, and then you come out and it's.
I don't think they did that at all. To be honest,
I think they should have. They should have.
Yeah, for sure. Because what I feel like for this game, what they did was. What they did for this game was just like they were like, okay, how do we make money now?
Oh, of course,
very big for the money.
But
that's my opinions on the stuff. So
we have more topics that we can talk about next time. This will be a part 1.
This will be a weekly thing. Hopefully, we'll come together.
Hopefully,
shoot the shit. Talk video games.
Rest in peace to Telltale Games. R.I.P. That's pretty sad.
Yeah. But other than that, I think...
other than that, that's pretty much done. Mega Man live action movie's coming out, and so is Sonic. Did you hear about that?
A Sonic live action movie?
Jim Carrey is Eggman.
Jeez.
Oh my god. So, okay, so that's
OctoHut Podcast episode 1.
Yeah, first
October
one done.
6th. Thank you for listening. We don't know how to close it, so...
We'll see you guys next time.
Later.